From unsolved mysteries to unexplained phenomena, from comedy gold to relationship fails, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts, included with Prime. Because the only thing that should interrupt your listening is, well, nothing. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Maybe you're even barely getting by making minimum payments. With credit card debt hitting record highs, National Debt Relief offers real debt relief solutions for people struggling to keep up. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy, and you may be able to pay back less than you owe, regardless of your credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe 10, 20, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living increases. To find out how much you could save, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Instacart understands that not all bananas are created equal. Some people want them green, some want them ripe, some want them ready right now. With Instacart's Preference Picker, now available at most retailers, you can choose how you like certain items like banana ripeness, deli thickness, even avocados, before your shopper even starts. So instead of crossing your fingers and hoping for the best, you get groceries picked the way you would pick them. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. Download the app and get bananas just how you like with Instacart.
You go to a real early showing there, like a matinee show of the Lord.
Matinee showing of the Lord. Double feet. Yeah, do you get a double feature on Sundays?
Hang on, let me put my headphones back
give
on.
them a check.
We're back on the check. Hey, I'm live.
Look at that, me too.
Okay, so we're back.
That's what you call on the run, fixing it stuff.
Oh.
On the go.
Well, that sounds like me putting the old elbow grease in.
Oh, headphones are gone already.
What'd you get? The steak and chicken.
Well,
what?
no.
There was a turf and turf option.
Turf and turf. Yeah, they'll make a kebab for you.
Yeah, a chicken kebab and a steak kebab, and then a chicken and steak
Oh,
kebab.
they call it like bird and walking animal. I'm in the no something zone.
No judgment zone.
No judgment zone.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't look down on anybody except for people that are pathetic and really overweight people. What the hell? Was that edited at all?
No. Sometimes
no.
when there's a timeliness issue with the intro,
oh boy,
I have to dig into the archives.
I was going to say that definitely didn't happen last week, right?
No. So I have on this computer
boy.
because I
feel a
I
setup
do the
coming.
intro. No, it's not. It's not. I promise. I do the intro every week. And so if you hear me typing sometimes while we're recording, that's usually me writing a note down of something I thought was funny or intro worthy.
Yeah, so you can use it the following week or in the coming weeks.
So right now I have a folder with 281 items of intro pieces to use.
Impossible. There's no way that there have been 281 interesting things to happen in 65 episodes.
Interesting is being generous.
Okay.
Things to use.
Just things. Let's shorten it just to things.
Like, I have so many questions, because some of these date back, so I have, like, the way I title them is because I'd like to do, one or two of Steve and one or two of me that are the focus, so it's even. So there's Kyle, listener Nikki's mom. There's Kyle, mailbox destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what. All of these are like a nice long walk down the memory lane that has been 65 episodes of the Steve and Kyle podcast.
That's a big number. Happy 65 last week.
Like, I have so many. What is Steve? Maybe 1 to 200 horsepower.
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
You do?
Yeah, that was when we were, Annette and I were registering for gifts, and the woman at Bed Bath & Beyond told us that the only difference between vacuum A and vacuum B was about 1 to 200 horsepower.
Oh, man.
Which is the equivalent of a family sedan. So,
great.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That store. I still do not like that store.
Did you guys ever go through and add anything to that registry, like we talked about? Because to call it thin would have been like really generous.
I think we've added like 3 things.
Oh boy, the wedding saved.
But it doesn't matter because you've already agreed to buy us like
verbal purchase.
12 to 15
12 to 15 rocks that are speakers.
Yeah.
Even though like your Bluetooth will only be able to hook up to one of them, so that's why we talked about we have to go to the next technology, which is Red Jaw.
Red Jaw.
The Red Jaw speakers. Yeah, no, that's a verbal purchase. If anybody listening is going to Steve's wedding and you buy 12 to 15 rocks,
there's a problem.
There's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah. All right, it's Sunday, October 22nd, 2017, the year of our Lord. It's the Steve and Kyle podcast, and for the final time, the podcast is being recorded in the Amazon Prime Studios version 2.0. That's it. This is it, man. We're done.
There's a lot going through my head right now, and it's all sad.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like we have some like Boys to Men, End of the Road that should be playing.
Well, we have who sang that song? I think there's a Master P version of it, but he did like a remix of "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye." Oh, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, isn't that the song? But Master P, and this is the version we need to use, is "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to My Homies."
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I wasn't aware of the line about the homies.
And it's all about, obviously his friends who have passed away.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like we're saying goodbye to our homie here, Steve.
Basically what we're going through. Our homie, the Amazon Prime Studios version 2.0.
Yeah.
After this episode, just a mere 2 hours from now, the lights will dim for the final time. The TV will be taken off the wall. Cliff will be packed up in a little box. Rocky will come off the wall also. The fireplace. It's all going in the back of the car and making its way over to APS 3.0.
I whirlwind of emotion, Steve. So we did 29 episodes in 1.0, which was your office.
Yeah.
That was not conducive to the podcast.
The least conducive audio wise. That was not good.
So we're up to, I want to say it's been 30, this is like episode 35, I think, or 36.
36, yeah, something like
in
that.
2.0. And I don't know if we'll ever capture the feel of this room again,
the
Steve.
Intimacy of a 9-foot by 7-foot room.
Well, because you're talking about 3.0 is bigger and 4.0 is bigger as well, right?
Yeah.
And
actually, 3.0 is going to be like 3 times the size of 4.0.
Can we put like a dividing wall in 3.0 so at least we feel we're still in 2.0?
We'll take
the curtain.
Yeah, we'll bring this curtain, and we'll. By the way, this is coming with us, and I'm going to put it up in 4.0, even though there's no need to put it up there.
Well, it's at this point, it's like a piece of history. It's like we're trying to honor the past while we move forward, even though I don't want to move forward. This room became so comfortable to me.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, outside of the weeks where it was either 18 degrees and we had the heater going, or outside 85. The week when it was 85 and we were waving the door open and closed.
We finally hit perfect APS studio weather.
APS studio
it's
weather
so comfortable in here
feels
right
like it's going to last today anyway.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
Because the way the weather is going to change, we've been waiting 51 weeks to get here.
Yeah.
And now for the 52nd week we get it is also the last one. It's perfectly comfortable in here.
Yep. But we're going to move on. We're going to rebuild. We're going to learn from the mistakes of 2.0.
What do you think the biggest mistake we made here was? What do you come in, you go, oh, I hate it, or I don't like it, or I can't stand it?
The ceiling.
You don't like the ceiling? Why not?
I mean, I do. I like the ceiling, but I'm not happy with the execution. I don't there's those little gaps. There's the gaps along the wall. So like it.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't know if you didn't like the idea of it or the way it came out.
I realized after I put the ceiling up that I had done it incorrectly. There was an easier way to do it that would have closed up those little gaps.
Oh, really?
Made it look better. Yeah, and I didn't read the instructions. I just plowed through. did it wrong.
For me, it's the door.
The door is a big disappointment.
For one, the sheer cost you put into that door was astronomical for any door, let alone a door that you needed essentially half the size of a normal door.
Yeah, and even I custom ordered it to the exact size I need, and just has never closed correctly.
Yeah.
We're almost, is it door closing season? Is it closed?
I'd argue we're at 70%.
Okay. So figures next week, when the new owners are in the house, they'll have a nice closing door.
Yeah, even with a good shove, it's not closing.
Going. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so
but I missed the squeak, the real.
Yeah. So the close date tentatively scheduled for this coming Friday. The house will be out of our possession this Friday.
What can I do to really throw that for a loop?
Burn it down.
That's it. That's
Burn
it. You think at this
down.
point, all of the cards have been lined up.
Yep.
That this house, no matter what on Friday, will be out of your possession.
Yeah. Yeah. That ideally, that was the date that was originally anticipated in all the paperwork, the 27th, and no matter how many times I said to our realtor, or sooner, please, or sooner, don't want to make another mortgage payment. It continued to be the 27th, and it better be the 27th, because if it's not, that leaves our next mortgage payment is due on the 1st, and we're not really interested in making that.
No, you definitely. I mean, if you can get out before that, even if not, burn it down, collect the insurance on the 30th or the 31st.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
I'm gonna miss it. I really am. I think I became attached to it, Steve. I mean, there's something so special about having a fireplace in the corner,
crackling fire,
the Cheers memento shelf.
Oh, that shelf itself will not be coming with us.
That's what I heard.
But there will be an equivalent.
Cheers area.
Will be an equivalent. Yeah, kind of like a china cabinet. Maybe we can find an old china cabinet on Craigslist.
Oh yeah, what do they call them in the corner? Like a curio
cabinet. Yeah,
and we can put all of like mementos of the podcast. I'll give you my shirt that was ruined after a half a wear. We can hang it in the curio cabinet. My podcast shirt.
Didn't the thread come out of it?
Well, something happened. So like, you know how they have the seams that you can always see in a shirt. They're on the neckline, the armband, and on the waistline. There must have been a loose thread
strand,
on the waistband area, on the waistline area, because when I took it out of the dryer, it had like wrapped around. It was a ball. It was a ball of string.
Now, was it like in the cartoons where when they pull on one string, it unravels? So you basically had like a crop top shirt.
Absolutely.
Left?
So what happened was the whole waistband had like, you know how it's folded and then sewn. Yeah, it's just flat now. I have not worn it. I wore it, or I didn't even wear it. Sorry, Katie wore it once, and I washed it, and that's how it came out. It has been sitting on my dresser since then. Because I don't know what to do with it. Normally, if that happened with another shirt of mine, I would throw it in the garbage.
But
but I'm not going to throw a shirt that caused so much heartache and issues for this podcast.
So much work went into those stupid shirts.
I can't throw it away. But what karma that like we finally work. We have shirts. We buy shirts with our faces on them that people seem to enjoy. And I don't even get to really see it.
Yeah. And
it's ruined within an hour.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So if you have a spare shirt, or let's say you have a shirt, and then you decided to stop listening to this garble every week, let me know. I'll buy it off you.
I want to check Craigslist.
Oh my God, we still do have to check eBay, right?
See, there has to be one on there by now.
You think
right?
already?
Yeah, I do.
Oh boy, I think
really
you're
do.
being.
Because
I appreciate it because that makes me feel optimistic. Like I enjoy that.
Right. Well,
the idea that somebody would actually try to sell that instead of. That's not even a donation item, is it? That's because Goodwill might look at that and say, "Yeah, no, we're okay."
Like, thanks, but no thanks.
We've got enough T-shirts that are going to sit on the rack for a decade, and then we decide we have to throw them away for 50 cents.
All right, if you find one of our shirts on eBay or on Craigslist, let us know. Send us the link to it. We will buy it back.
Yeah, looking on eBay, all I see right now is a Kyle Busch and Steve Addington pic on poster board. I don't know who Steve Addington is.
No idea.
That is the closest thing when I type in Steve and Kyle. There's a Kyle Funko from South Park. Yeah. So nothing
not
yet. Not that I can find on eBay, unless people are trying to disguise it like vintage, collectible, popular show shirt.
Right.
Lightly worn, $49.99.
Right. But is it your shirt? Did you put
Maybe.
You should put it up there.
I should.
Yeah.
How would I advertise that though? It'd have to be that way, right? I can't say Steve and Kyle podcast shirt.
No, the title would be like, definitely not my shirt. Definitely not Kyle's shirt.
This is definitely not mine. You should look at this vintage piece of history.
Right.
I collect historical artifacts. Again, not me.
Yeah, definitely not Kyle.
So I was kind of curious about how this morning was. It was a bad start. So I brewed coffee last night, and I thought, hey, I'll have a nice cup of coffee.
How much you getting there this time? You got a
compared to last week,
a full 20 ounce.
Last week we talked about I have my 20-ounce mug.
Yeah,
I received.
Did we talk about that? We talked about that before.
Was it?
I don't even know if we
it may have been before, and I received 10 ounces.
Yeah.
That is based on an uneven pour, we'll call it, on my other half's
just a
behest.
Slip of the wrist. Maybe.
Yeah. So, like, when you go to Starbucks and say, can I get, a shot of espresso in there? That was me, except the only thing I got was that shot of espresso.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything else. So this week I brewed a little more. I get up, I turn the coffee maker back on so it gets hot. I'm getting ready to leave. I pour it, and what I do is I pour there's a little bit left to pour in the sink down the drain, and I see immediately black grounds everywhere coming out of the pot.
You heard that, right?
I heard some.
Yeah.
It felt like like a pocket of water.
Just write that down. Oh, it's still going.
God.
Wait. Shh. I'm trying to force more of it up. No, nothing. That's it. Throat goblin.
By the way, the day has to come where we have to play those. It's probably not this week because the iPad is going to die.
No, they will.
They're on the computer.
Yeah, they'd all be played off.
We have.
I stopped trying to transfer stuff to the iPad
good.
months ago.
We have a backlog now of 6 throat noises.
Yeah.
6.
Is one of them yours?
I did not get that one yet. I need to go back. It should still be on the notes I take somewhere, but I have to double check on that. But anyway, so I fill my mug and I pour the little bit extra out into the sink, and I see immediately a murdering field of coffee grounds, and I thought,
no good.
Oh man! Sure enough, I look in my mug and black grounds everywhere.
You strain it,
and what happened? So we just have your generic Mr. Coffee, whatever, programmable. I open the top and look, and it has happened a few times where somehow I think when the water's coming out of the spout, it somehow hits the side of the filter folds over.
Oh, yeah, and then all the grounds
so I
spill out.
This looked like a wilted flower of a coffee filter. So it was just folded up on itself.
All the grounds sitting on top of it.
And, so the coffee went down the drain, and we were filled with water this morning. So I'm assuming that's a sign of how things are going to go.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only way to think about it.
Yeah.
So we're recording honestly, a little bit earlier than even normal. We already record early on Sunday mornings, and I thought...
And we jumped right into it today, too. We didn't sit in here. We weren't in here for more than 5 minutes before the record button's hit. That's the kind of... That's the
kind of prep you're getting.
Planning that you get from the Stephen Kyle podcast.
We sat down.
You ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready to go. All right, let's go. Well, it was easy because we didn't get to literally anything that we wanted to get to in last week's episode, so planning was pretty easy.
We sat down. I gave you a phone number. You said, yep, the iPad's going to die.
Yeah.
I said, okay. All right, let's do this thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm not plugging that iPad in because I don't want. I'm not spending any more money on this house.
That's
charging that iPad.
That's a killer.
Yeah. In fact, shut those lights off.
That's a good point. We are a little bright here this morning.
Just kill everything. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna miss this. Wow. Something? Kill it.
Not bad at all, is it?
Gives it a nice.
For weeks, months really, with these lights. So you have fade lights in here, and
dimmer,
and we stupidly would just fire them up and sit down every week
and turn them up all the way. We're both sitting, by the way, directly under
facing our heads,
floodlight bulb.
Yeah, Because honestly, we were expecting this to become a TV show by now.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be prepared for the lighting situation
we're
that we need.
We're surprised that the local stations haven't called up and said, hey, can we put cameras in there? Because thousands of people are demanding it.
Yeah. Well, do you think, in terms of production value, room, etc., we've got to be in the upper echelon of podcasts, right? We've got a 1.5 inch thick homemade tabletop.
That's right.
We've got
just wait
a
until
jumbotron.
I'm already concocting plans for the next one.
Oh, I can't wait. Now, we're going to blueprint this, or were we spitballing it when it comes time?
I kind of want it to look like a poker table, like with the felt.
I like it. I really like it.
Not because I play poker.
No, but it's the ambiance of it.
Yeah.
Because one, that'll fit the lighting.
Yeah.
Most of the weeks we have dingy lighting, it has that feel to it. We've described it before. Daytime strip club.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great. But yeah, for months we would just have those lights fired up until it became like May and June when it's 85 degrees
so
outside. And we're like, wait a minute. We don't need those on 100%. Right. No. It's very warm in here.
We have a nice bright TV that lights up the whole room.
This is the type of lighting that they recommend, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think is like that computer backlight right at your eyes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, stare right into it. The closer you are to it, the better.
It feels like we're in high school and hanging out with a group of people going to a LAN party. So
I never did that. Did you?
No, I never did. I had friends who partook. What was the game back then? Computer game like Counter-Strike. I want to say, have you ever heard of that?
Maybe.
Just a shooting game, team versus team type of thing. But yeah, back in the day, it was so different because whereas now you go on your PlayStation, your Xbox, or whatever, and you connect wherever anybody is, and you have a microphone. Mm-hmm. But no, it used to be people would load their
massive tower computer.
Yeah, their tower computer with it. There weren't flat screen monitors at that point, at least. So it was a full like
17-inch CRT monitor that weighs about 85 pounds.
And you'd lug it to a buddy's house, and then for about 6 hours, you would just have cables and power strips and everything everywhere while people would be in these computers playing a computer game together. That was the only way to game together, apparently, back then.
That sounds awful.
It does.
That requires so much work. No chance. Yeah. No chance I would ever do that.
I say that. You're talking to a guy who in high school would play poker every weekend, overnight. From I'd get out of work at 8:45. We'd meet at a friend's house. We'd play poker until 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Jeez. We'd pass out wherever. We'd wake up, go home for a few hours. We'd get back Saturday, be like, hey, want to play some cards?
Now, were you playing for keeps?
Yeah, we were playing for cash. Right. So definitely illegal.
What's your biggest?
I'm sorry,
it
wasn't illegal. Well, back then we were high school, so we were we started
quarters,
playing.
Nickels, dimes.
We started playing with quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies. So I had a cup. I think everybody would bring they had whatever novelty plastic
or
cup
like a
with
big gulp cup.
Yeah, with all your change in it, and you'd sit down, and you go and splash it everywhere, and then you'd stack it, and you go, all right, let's play. At the end of the night, you'd do the same thing. You'd pack it back up until we're like, well, this is kind of dumb. Why don't we? So eventually, we grew up. Did buy in? You pay $10 or $20, get an equivalent amount of chips, and at the end of the night, you cash out those chips for dollars.
Sure.
But yeah, the old days of CRT computer monitors and playing poker for pennies and nickels and dimes. And remember, I came home one night, I was like, I made $7 tonight. No big deal. Which was honestly pretty good because when you're playing for that little amount, and I was getting paid $6.35 an hour. At that point,
it's an hour's worth of work.
At that point, I'm looking at poker as a career because compared to what I'm making in the workforce,
it took you 8 hours overnight to make it.
Well, yeah, but Steve, it's data, so you extrapolate it. You figure once you start playing for more money, which is what you do once you start winning, you cover those 8 hours in an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
you flip the script.
Yeah, and if you had played for 24 straight hours, you'd have like $22.
I wouldn't have to play for a month.
I mean that. Back then, that was probably a tank of gas.
Boy, it might even been more than a tank of gas.
Yeah, 20-some bucks.
Yeah, maybe.
Although you only made 7, so
yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I think it's just important to say. Well, everybody was out partying, drinking beer, hooking up with women in high school. I was learning.
Yeah,
I was playing
honing your skills on the green felt.
I was playing penny poker. And we didn't have a poker table. We had a folding table that was too short. So usually one of the guys who was playing would sit on a medicine ball.
Jesus. Buy a taller table.
Oh, buy a table. Did you not just hear the story about how I was making $6.30 an hour? But yeah, let's pull together and buy a table.
How much is a table? A folding table? A tall folding table? $20?
Oh, get out of here. Like a folding table for 6 people, so you have to do like the rectangle.
All right.
You think $20?
25.
25. Okay.
All right, get the phones out. Here we go.
Yep. You find one on Amazon, okay? You find it, and you tell here's my guess. $80. $65 is what I'll say.
So you need like a 6-foot folding table.
Yeah, let's call it that. That's fine.
6 foot.
$20. Why don't you all pull together and buy a taller table? Because there was a homeliness about the table, first of all, Steve. So it was like an old dinner table. So it must have been 5 times varnished oak. Yeah. So we'd have like 3 people would need to take it out of the storage room in this buddy's basement because it was 800 pounds. But it wasn't going anywhere. And no matter how many, fist hits on the table or anytime you'd wanted to flip it over in anger, didn't matter.
Boy, I was. You're right. I was off. 6-foot steel frame, fold in half folding table.
So decent, like your normal. It fold, the legs fold in on itself. You fold the table in half, then it probably has a carrying strap on the middle, so you can carry it handily.
All right, here I'm going to show you covering up the price. Normal table, right?
Yeah, not a bad table.
$29.88.
Oh, get out of here! What are the reviews on it? Because I got to be a discerning buyer.
5.
Oh,
based on one review.
Oh, so it's brand new. No, that's not the. That is not the example we can use.
You don't buy the new model.
No, not the model.
It's like a new car. You don't want to buy the first year of a new model.
No, never, because there's going to be bugs. It's going to die on the road for you.
Yep. Now this is ships from and sold by Martha's Vineyard Boutique.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a great table. Yeah, great. Why don't you just go buy a ladder from a boutique? Would you do that? That's the same thing. Would you buy a 6-foot ladder that you'd be comfortable stepping on from Martha's Boutique?
Martha's Vineyard Boutique.
I heard Martha's Boutique.
Yes.
Oh, you would. You're going to start buying your tools, your ladders, your tables from a boutique from a lady named Martha.
You know something? Okay. You saying the word boutique just reminded me of some absolutely breaking news that we have to get to.
Oh no. Oh no.
Eh?
Oh my goodness, yes.
How could we have forgotten? How did we not do a special mini-sode?
Well, let me give an advertisement for anybody listening right now.
Okay.
If you listen to Steve and Kyle talk about Deadliest Catch, the few times we've done it, and thought, boy, it can't get any more boring than this.
Boy, that's a lot of passion for something that doesn't matter.
Have we got news for you? Because we have a TV show coming down the pipeline that's been off the air for, 5 years?
5 years.
That is going to knock your socks off in terms of boredom. This is the return of American Chopper.
Oh, yes.
Now, if you're not familiar, it's another Discovery Channel show, which stars a father, son, and brother-ish duo who make custom-built chopper motorcycles, which are obviously the novelty motorcycle with the elongated fork, and you sit way back, but they make them special. So the TV show ran for like 9 years. Was it 9?
I think it was 10 total.
Like 200-plus episodes. And towards the end, the charm of it, if you're not familiar, was about the family strife. The father and the son would scream and argue and fight each other.
Well, it was a father-son family business. The father and son started the business back in like 2000 or something. Yeah. They started, and it turned out when it first aired, it was supposed to be a 1-hour special.
Yeah.
American Chopper, documenting this father and son.
I think you can still seek that out. If you go to Discovery Channel On Demand, that's probably still there. Building
motorcycles out of their tiny shop. The father owned a steel business in like upstate New York.
Yeah, Iron Works, I think is what it was, or something like that.
So they but he always had a passion for motorcycles. So they decided, let's build a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
So Discovery Channel did a series, a little special on them, because they weren't like the family business that everybody gets along and dad handles the money and son handles the blah, blah, blah. Like they just screamed at each other.
Yeah, like break doors off the hinges. But then by the end of the episode or whatever, there would be a beautiful chopper.
Built this motorcycle that they then sell for, they go to a bike competition or a bike show and they sell it for $150,000 or
some
something.
stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
And that developed into then the show, which was them getting, like companies would approach them and say, "Hey, can you build us a chop? We have
like Geico."
Yeah. I think one of the first ones they ever built was Spider-Man. I think it was for the Spider-Man movie, maybe it was around that era, and so it spawned off of that. So that lasted for 200 plus episodes till towards the end. The father and son had a full falling out.
Now, but in the process, they built this company into this multi-million dollar, huge corporation.
Yeah, and
employing hundreds of people. I don't know, maybe 100 people, and selling bikes for $500,000 to clients. Yeah, huge TV show empire, merchandise.
But legitimately became probably too big for their britches. Because as it turns out, they built some brand new massive headquarters, and before the show's even off the air, they were already like discussing bankruptcy issues around it because the building was too big for what they had. So the father and son had a falling out. It became father versus son for like 2 years, and then it was canceled
because the son left, started his own company, and then they did the junior versus senior where they would have bike build-offs, but then it went off the air
5 years ago.
5 years has it been since we've had the debate.
So the news comes down this Wednesday, I want to say, that the show is coming back. Like filming is already started.
Yeah.
I would be stunned if the show isn't back by the spring.
It's May. I saw May of 2018.
May. So that gives everybody here, everybody listening, plenty of time to catch up on the 240 some odd episodes of American Chopper on Discovery.
Now that's a Cheers-esque
that's an undertaking
right there.
Yeah, that's an undertaking.
And those are hour-long episodes.
Yeah, and you probably you really don't need to.
No, because it's not really.
There's so many of them that it's the same thing. It's, hey, we're making a bike. This bike's going to look like this. Halfway through, this isn't going to work. We need to change on the fly. Are we going to miss the deadline? Spoiler alert, they don't miss the deadline.
They always make it.
They always make the deadline. But it's worth to watch.
Oh, wait. And then interspersed in there is, let's go out in the parking lot and blow something up.
Yeah, it was because they had to make it comedic. So, no, I'm excited. I used to watch this show with my dad. Every week we'd watch it. I'm so excited for this to be. The only thing that I can think of would be comparable would be if they had a Cheers reunion. A Home Improvement reunion.
Oh, my God.
Or if Friday Night Lights came back.
Oh, now you're talking.
Those three
now
shows.
You're talking.
Oh, first of all, the guffawing at Cheers went noticed but bypassed. But when you dog Tim Allen,
I'm gonna take the guffaw from Cheers back and focus it all on Home Improvement.
How dare you? Tim Allen is a national treasure. That show is a classic. How dare you?
You know what this needs? More power.
Would you then guffaw if I switched it to Seinfeld?
No.
Oh, for God's sake. Seinfeld is the most overrated piece of garbage that's been on television ever.
It was a trendsetter.
What trend did it set outside of Larry David now doing Curb Your Enthusiasm?
It's a show that didn't follow the typical 3-camera, like, oh, now we're in the living room. Oh, here we are in the kitchen. Like, it was.
You might as well have stopped your advertisement at "it was a show," because the only trend that piece of nonsense set was people thinking that type of show is comedy.
Well, it's been made very obvious in the years since that show went off the air that Larry David was 100% the comedic force behind that show.
Did he leave before the final season of that or something?
No.
So he was there for the whole duration?
As far as I know, he was, yeah.
I don't know why I remember feeling like he may have left because of the finale, because people were so upset about the finale.
No. But
now,
it's funny. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld, say what you want about him. The guy, he's made $1 billion doing what he does. But he has like a new HBO or a new, is it HBO or it might be Netflix comedy special?
Oh boy.
And I started watching it and, not just because like, oh, I wonder if this is any good.
Does he do like a theater? Is he doing arenas?
He's doing a small club in New York City.
Oh, I wonder if he did that for the novelty of this.
Yeah,
special.
exactly. Because that like he did it on the same stage that he did like his first stand-up set.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But it's called like Jerry Before Seinfeld or something like that. So he kind of it's not like the typical comedy set where you're up there and telling jokes.
Yeah.
He's like telling the story of how things started, and then they throw in old clips from old performances
like
and
a
everything.
one-man show type of thing?
Kind of.
Supposedly interspersing stand-up? Because how do you go from this story about...
That's just how it's edited.
Oh, okay.
Like, he does a set, but I'm watching it and I'm like, this guy is just not funny.
So it does not hold up. Jerry Seinfeld's humor comedy does not really stand the... Because it's still the same. Is it still the same? So it's like, what's the deal with whatever?
Kind of. Because he's talking about... Why do you get on the train? You don't get in the train. But then with Uber, what do you do with an Uber? You take an Uber. Why don't you get in an Uber?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And now, granted, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I feel as though I think
you probably made an okay decision. A timeliness decision. I think you made the right choice.
Maybe it got really good.
Yeah, maybe he's just waiting for the big hitters in the second half.
But yeah, it's never been more apparent that he was not the comedic force behind.
Yeah, no kidding.
Seinfeld.
So he was just a pawn on the board. Because for
he delivered Larry David's lines well.
Yeah, for me there was nothing more cringeworthy than at the end of every one of those episodes, where they would show like one of his jokes from stand, because he's a comedian in the show.
Yeah.
So they'd show like one of his
at the beginning.
At the beginning. Yeah. And you'd see him on the same stage ever, always, and he'd say his joke, and then there would be this hideous, oversized laugh track from this crowd, where it's what I'm sure is actually like 8 cardboard head cutouts because it's shot from the back, and you'd.
Why do pants have 4 pockets?
Yeah.
Who has that much stuff to carry?
And you'd see, like, he'd just kind of lean on the mic stand and, like, rock back and forth for a second. That would be it. What? Why is this a part of this show every week?
That's embarrassing. That had to be embarraing to shoot. Because that there wasn't a real crowd there.
No. Ugh. No, I didn't hate Seinfeld, but I'm not I think you have to fall into camps of you're a Seinfeld guy, you weren't a Seinfeld guy. I think it's a mood thing as well. Like, I think if that thing came out every Sunday night, and if I was in my teenage years when it was out, what was it, like 1990 to 1998, something like that? I don't know if I think I'd probably be more agreeable to it than I am now.
I'll still watch it.
Really?
I mean, now, granted, I'm never in a situation where I'm not flipping through the channels anymore.
Yeah. Well, you're a cord cutter. You're a millennial,
right?
So you don't have the You refuse to pay the big corporations bucks to provide you the entertainment you so desire.
Although, if you notice, there is something that I want to get to later on in this episode.
Oh yeah, that it was on the docket for last week.
It was on the docket, but yeah, I'm not flipping through anymore. Like, oh, sweet, TBS, Seinfeld's on, because Seinfeld was was eternally on TBS.
Yeah, well, you turn it from TBS if you're sick of Seinfeld to TNT to watch Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Those are your two options.
Always on.
Yeah. So, American Chopper coming back. I can almost guarantee you there will be not a weekly discussion, because that feels like too much. But there will definitely be a semi-regular discussion about that show when it returns, if you can find a way to get it.
That's the issue. That's the rub right there.
Maybe I'll Periscope it to you every week.
Well, that'll probably be on. It'll be on, like, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday night, something like that. Most likely at 9:00 or 10:00 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
That is too late for me to be up.
Okay.
Maybe I can find I might be able to make an exception. Maybe I can find a local bar that'll be airing that. With the with the big game.
I'd be Curious to see what bars you're going to that are going to be, hey, this guy wants the Discovery Channel for some motorcycle show.
Yeah.
No, I don't get it either, but he's the only one here.
I belly up to the bar. Everyone else, let's see, this will be May, so everyone else will be wanting to watch maybe
hockey and NBA playoffs
yeah,
in
exactly.
May.
Yeah. Stanley Cup Finals.
Baseball season just started.
I come moseying in like, hey, you got Chopper?
You're wearing your shirt. What are you talking about? What do you mean? PJD, Senior, the big battle, the build-off. It's this week. And, yeah, but you might be the only one. Or if you do it, make it a dibs situation where you get there early enough.
Yeah.
And you said, I was here first. I want to watch this on TV. Everybody else has to go elsewhere to watch your Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
So maybe what we could do is... now, this is a lot of commitment on your part here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll pitch it to you. Feel free to say no. You cannot watch it the night that it's on. DVR it.
That seems likely because
Okay.
I don't know the last thing I watched live outside of, a wrestling event.
Yeah. All right, so you say it's on Tuesday nights. You DVR it Tuesday nights. You let me know when you're home from work on Wednesday afternoons. I'll shoot over. I'll have my hat on, my PJD hat. We'll watch it. Light discussion. Maybe take some notes.
Yep.
Save it for the podcast for the following week.
So you're already ruling out the idea that Annette might be interested in this?
Absolutely. There is zero chance. By the way, still waiting for a hashtag I still listen from Annette.
Trust me, that was noticed. That was meant to be brought up today. We talked about it last week, about how we didn't know if our significant other still listened.
Yeah.
Well, Katie made a Facebook post.
Katie did it. Now, granted, I feel like she used to listen immediately when it was released.
She does. She listens to about 2 or 3 podcasts, I want to say, different type of ones. And this one is in the queue, but this is far and away the longest one she listens to. So I think if this is the third one,
best.
Longer, obviously. That's always what that means.
Right.
So if this is third in the queue that week, she listens to one 45 minutes, another one's an hour. So by the time she gets to this monstrosity, it might carry over into the next week. And I've told her, I've made it very clear, you do not have to listen to this nonsense if you don't want. Download it. Please download it. Make sure you download it. But you do not have to listen to it.
Download it, delete it, then download it a couple more times.
Maybe that's what people aren't doing anymore.
Yeah, that's probably it. So, I don't think that Annette is going to be on board for the Wednesday afternoon American Chopper watch party.
What was the other show? Oh, Deadliest Catch. We were talking about doing a watch party. Mm-hmm. And you thought Annette might be interested in that.
Yeah, no.
You don't think so on Deadliest Catch either?
Well, why don't we combine them? Combine it into one. It'll be like a super.
It will be right around the same season. Both of those shows are going to be on in the summer.
Yeah, because the boys up in Alaska are going to be going out for Opie season.
Well, they're out in the Bering Sea right now.
Are they
fishing king crab?
For king crab, yeah.
October the 1st it started. So anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, again, that is the Deadliest Catch. That is crab fishing in the Bering Sea. That they follow like 6 boats.
How long do you think you'd last on a crab boat?
I get seasick, so we wouldn't make it out of the channel. And I said, nope, I got to go back. Skip, turn around. I'll pay you for the 5 gallons of gas it costs to turn one of these boats around. I need to get off of here. I'd be one of those people that you'd see, like the greenhorns, so the first timers there that, they haven't earned their stripes type of thing, who would spend the first 4 days, like, throwing a rope over the side of the boat, and then while I'm over there, just leaning over and throwing up.
Just barfing.
And then having to sleep for 12 hours because my body is so depleted.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'd last. I think in my younger years, maybe 10 years ago, I think I would have...
You think you could have done it?
I think I would have been a decent greenhorn.
I sat on a swing. I've talked about this before, but like a week and a half ago, I sat on a swing, and I felt sick.
So pathetic.
So for me to say, yeah, I'm going to make it on the open sea, let alone the fact that I'm terrified of the ocean and sharks and other beasts that have yet to be discovered, that would almost immediately make me say, no, there's no way I can do that. Let's say if I could get past that. The physical stress of the motion and seasickness, I could not get over.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever... I'd have to take a Dramamine every 12 hours. Like, oh, set the alarm, wake up, take another one for 8 weeks in a row.
How long do you think you'd last in a custom motorcycle shop?
I also don't like sparks.
Just you have a real fear of sparks.
Yeah, there's that metal fabricating going on, and I don't like the big shiny red things that are popping off of the metal.
Yeah.
But
man, I'm excited about.
I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I've seen enough of the show that I'd be like, yeah, that's the fork. I don't know how it hooks into the the other piece.
You think you could bend some exhaust?
Heat it up, right? Don't you just heat it up and
run it through a tubing bender?
Don't you have to heat it up?
Nope.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's like asking, can you plane a piece of wood? Yeah. You push it straight through the planer. I feel like I could put a piece of metal into a contraption that when I crank the wheel, it would bend it. I think that is the lowest form of work I could do, but I could pull that one off.
Contraption that when you turn the wheel,
isn't that all it does? So you put the piece of metal like in a vise or something, but it's not a vice grip. But then you make sure it's tight, and then don't you crank a wheel and it starts feeding it through and bending it back and forth?
That's for like bar stock, like if you're bending a round bar.
Oh, how dare I! Well, so what do you do? What is the difference then?
Well, exhaust tubing. You put it in the fixture in the tubing bender, and then it's got like a hydraulic ram hooked up to it. So when you hit a pedal or twist the lever,
so I definitely got those confused. Then come
on, man.
No, that's like
you gotta brush up before.
That's like having to sew, and you got to balance that pedal while you're moving the piece. I couldn't do that.
Can't go too fast.
No, I couldn't do that with the exhaust. Leave me the round bar bending. That's what I can do.
That's more your speed.
Yeah.
All right, so American Chopper coming back May of 2018.
If you're American Chopper, if you've ever watched the show,
Team Junior or Team Senior.
We're not going to have this argument.
I told you when I sent you the news on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
I took because I saw it pop up on. I think it was trending on Twitter. I was like, "What? You got to be kidding me!" Took a picture of the screen, sent it to you. And I said, "This is now. I have to bust out my old PJD hat."
You've got an old stocking cap. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think it was a baseball hat.
Yeah, just in time for cold weather.
It's going to be right in. Is their logo still the same?
I would assume so.
Follow up. Are they still in business?
They are. I've read the description of the show.
Yeah.
And basically, I think both Junior and Senior realized, this isn't as easy without a TV show giving us all this advertising.
Yeah.
Because they both said both of them are, after hard financial times, are looking to reclaim their spots as the, famous bike designers they once were.
They're going to end up back together.
You think?
Yeah.
Think they'll merge the company?
It's like Sirius and XM. They're both in the same. They're within 30 miles of each other.
Yeah.
They do the exact same thing. What is the? No, I know they ship worldwide, countrywide, and nationwide, but do they really have a need in upstate New York in a 40-mile radius for two custom built chopper shops?
Yeah. No.
So I think they end up getting back to forming one company together because financially that's the only thing that makes sense.
It'll be interesting to watch. Not really.
No.
But
not for many.
For most people, no.
Yeah. Well, in lieu of doing, let's say, whatever happens if we can't do the DVR watch party, you told me this last week, and I need to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Are you going to get like a VCR? Can we videotape it? Because you have written down last week, and obviously, like we talked about, we didn't get to anything, that you are going around collecting all of the old technology you can muster. Now, I don't know what this is for, if you're going to become some weird, like, home VCR repairman.
No.
Or if you just want more garbage in your brand new garage because you're not used to having that much room.
Yeah, I have all this space to fill.
Right. Or what the reason is. So I need to know why you're going around getting what I can only assume are ham radios, VCRs,
no.
8-track players, Walkmans.
Nope. Oh, that would be cool, though.
Well, I think you can't get it now because the Walkman became cool again because of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, well,
Walkman.
so it's like, oh, it's vintage, but it's cool. Like Star-Lord used it in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
So people are actually buying Walkmans again?
I don't know if they're buying them, but I guarantee you
cassettes?
they're more expensive than what you would ever think of because of that movie. So what are you collecting and why?
I'm not collecting anything. And I understand why you would think that based on my description of I spent an entire day obtaining old technology.
Yeah, in my mind, you woke up Saturday morning, said, honey,
went on to Craigslist.
I've got a new hobby.
Got a couple yard sales I got to hit.
I got a brand new hobby. You're going to love it. I'm going to go buy all the old junk nobody wants anymore, stack it, and never touch it again.
Now, what maybe I can clarify this.
Okay.
I spent an entire day setting up a piece of old technology, which was, by the way, brand new. So I bought something brand new that is old technology. Since, as you mentioned a little while ago, we are millennial cord cutters at our house.
Yeah, you guys are.
So for the last couple of years, we've had no cable.
You collecting rainwater now, too? There, hippie?
We've got a couple rain barrels.
Yeah, you got some rain barrels out there. We only eat what we grow.
I've thought about the rain barrel thing.
Have you really? Isn't it illegal?
Is it?
I think somebody had mentioned here it's illegal.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that seems like an overstep of the government.
Probably. Yeah, to collect the water coming from the sky.
Because now we have like the underground sprinklers at the new house. By the way, I have no clue how to work that whole rig.
I'm on the way.
No idea.
Give me the passcode to the gate. I'll be there to help you figure it out.
Do you know how to work all that stuff?
No, my dad's had them forever. And it was when we were younger, when we lived there, it was a, hey, whatever you do, I don't go out, get drunk, start doing drugs if you want. But if you touch the underground sprinkling panel.
Well, we have one down in our basement that the house is almost 30 years old. And I'm pretty sure that this is like the original. I think that the sprinklers
so you could
were
use
put
an
in.
upgrade on the.
It just looks old.
Yeah.
It looks like an old handheld like Pac-Man video game.
Oh wow!
And
there's two joysticks on the side. You have to figure out how to direct. Force the direction on your sprinklers.
Where I left for work one morning and I walked outside and I was like, "Huh, guess we got underground sprinklers."
Oh, because they were on.
Yeah, because they were on. And but yeah, we're gonna get into some cold weather soon, and I need to figure out how to.
Well, yeah, because you have to blow those out,
blow the lines.
So
out.
you need like an industrial air compressor, whatever, to where you can blow the water out of the lines. And I think that's about it. You just got to make sure all the heads go down and everything, so you don't.
I think I've already run one of them over with the lawnmower and sheared it off.
This is a luxury people would kill for.
Now,
and you're like, oh hey, those are on.
Now, if I could figure out a way to divert the water from the rain barrel into the sprinkler system, that would be nice.
Oh,
because that water bill,
I got you fixed. My in-laws have it. They have well water, but the well only goes to like the hoses and outdoor water.
Oh,
so I know what we're doing before the weather gets too cold.
Digging a well.
We're digging you a well.
Okay.
Can two people do that?
Yeah.
Or do you need to like hire that out? Because how deep do you need to go?
A couple 100 feet.
Well, we got time.
We got this. No problem.
We just need to figure out. I figure we get two of those post hole diggers.
Yeah.
Just start going to work.
Go to town.
Yeah. So. Yeah. You really should. I did all of my outdoor stuff this weekend because, like we talked about, I want to hit the golf course one last time today because today, the way it looks, is the last acceptable day where we are in West Michigan. The last day that's going to be okay. It's in the low 60s, and it's going to quickly turn to 40s in rain, which then will turn into 40s in sleet, which will then turn into 30s in snow, rain,
which
sleet.
Will then turn into 6 months.
Yep, which then will turn into like the saddest 5 months of this podcast, waiting for a flower to bloom.
So last weekend, you mentioning the crappy weather. Do you remember the weather last weekend where it rained? It rained all day Saturday, all day Sunday.
Yeah, because
certain areas got like 7 or 8 inches of rain around here.
Yeah, I wanted to go golfing Saturday, so I got home Friday. I mowed my lawn. I did all the podcast work. I was like, I don't have anything to do Saturday. Yeah. I'm waking up. I'm hitting the links. It's going to be great. And then I looked at the weather, saw like 70% rain from Saturday at 8 a.m. until what felt like Monday morning at 8 a.m.
Pretty much. So what better time to be outside doing work, specifically up on the roof of my house work, was during that torrential downpour. That's when I was up on my roof.
What'd you have to do on the roof?
Well, as you know, we're cord cutters.
Oh, my God. Were you taking something down?
No. I was putting something up.
Oh, you were putting the antenna up.
I was putting up an aerial antenna to pick up the locals, pick up the local TV stations. 150-mile radius on that thing. It's got a built-in rotor, so I hit a button and it rotates. So if I want to pick up stations out of Chicago, aim it to Chicago. I want to pick up stations out of Grand Rapids.
So you just have internet through the subscription service, right?
Yeah, we have our internet. That's it.
That's it. Now, what in just a general range, more or less than 100 for your internet? Do you go with like
God, our internet's $30 a month?
Oh, so you went with like the lowest speed or whatever?
No, it's the medium one.
Oh, is it really?
We got it's the introductory rate. So
okay, so it's going to skyrocket after.
Yeah, it'll be $600 a month by next year.
So then you bought an antenna.
Bought an antenna.
Now, did you Amazon Prime this thing?
Of course.
Good. Now, what does an antenna run with a remote control nowadays?
This is a very highly rated antenna on Amazon.
Okay.
Great reviews, like 4.5 stars, based on hundreds of reviews. It has a 150-mile range on it. Now, whether that's accurate or not, who knows? $55 shipped to my door.
Hey. Now, is this one, I haven't had an antenna in so long. Is this one where, like, if the weather becomes nasty, which is likely to happen, especially this winter, is that one that will have, like, hey, we're getting super staticky on the CBS affiliate? Does that happen with antennas still, or is it more of a...
I don't know.
Because it's going to be standard definition, I'm guessing, right? You can't
it's
get
HD.
You can get an HD?
Yeah.
HD antenna.
We were watching the Michigan Notre Dame, or the Michigan Penn State game last night.
Oh, nice.
And everyone marveled at how clear the reception was.
No kidding.
On that antenna.
So you bought... Wow.
Now I spent because I am super anal about how, like, I don't want wires hanging off the side of the house. I don't want wires like nailed to the to the roof or anything. So I spent easily a day just staring at the house and thinking, okay, how am I going to run this? Because I wanted one wire I wanted one end of it plugged into the antenna, the other end plugged into my TV. I didn't want there to be any little splits or connections or anything.
Right.
I wanted it to be as good as it could be.
So if you wanted to hook that antenna up to 2 TVs, would you need an extra antenna, or would you have to do like what you said?
No,
split it?
Yeah, run it into a splitter.
So you have to run into a splitter where you could then have like different channels on different TVs. Okay.
Yep.
No Technology's come a long way.
Yeah, it sure has. So I spent, surprisingly, I was only up on the roof for about a half hour because I had to mount the thing. I had to
in a monsoon.
In a monsoon.
Okay, good.
Yeah, in a monsoon.
But you couldn't wait.
No,
I had to get the TV operational.
Not. Annette is looking at me like I'm crazy. She's like, of all the days to do this, but there was another project because I had to go into the attic to run the wire for this. So there was another project I had to be in the attic for too, and that's our bathroom. The upstairs bathroom has a fan that you know, when you're taking a shower, you flip it on so it sucks all the moist air out and vents it out either through the wall or through the roof. Well, when we bought the house, the inspector noticed that the fan works great, but it just is dumping all of that hot, moist air
into the attic. Oh, that's begging for rotted wood
exactly.
After a while.
It's going to cause mold, mildew. So since we moved in, we just haven't used the fan at all. And so I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to be up in the attic to fix the fan, I'm going to run that wire for the cable too. So went up there, I'm standing out on the roof, which is like a 45-degree angle, drilling holes in the side of the house and putting in these vents and everything. So I got that done. And then I decided, I'm like, I'm looking at the weather. I'm like, I think I got a break in the weather here.
The eye of the hurricane, maybe.
So I climbed up to the top of the one roof, and then I turn and I'm scaling the steepest part of the roof, and then I got up to the peak of the roof, which is where I was going to put the antenna. I was going to put it on the side, and had all my tools there, mounted the thing, and it's just around then, the wind's kicking up, and I just hear, "Nice day to do that, huh?"
Oh, no.
I look across the street. My neighbor's out there standing there, and he's got his arms out to the side looking at me like, "What are you doing, man?"
Oh, no. You have now offended. No, this was a Saturday, right?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I don't know, man.
If it was a Sunday, I know what the reason was,
It might have
Steve.
been Sunday.
I think I know what happened here.
Yeah.
I think you offended a man of God.
Yeah, man of the cloth.
And in this area, you don't have to look far to find one.
No.
And I think by you doing labor on Sunday, which is the biggest no-no in the Bible, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not do technology work on Sundays.
Yeah. Thou shalt not install aerial antennas.
Yeah, those are back-to-back. I think you offended a Bible Belt local.
I may have.
By working on a Sunday. Because the way you describe, like, instead of just saying, "Oh, man, nice day to do that. Can you believe this weather?" But the way you just described it, by saying, "Nice day to do that," with his arms out wide, means you offended that man.
Yeah.
You have already offended your new neighbor.
It's weird. I didn't even consider that until right now.
Well, you know what you need to do to make sure?
To bake him a bundt cake?
Now you need to go home and mow.
I mowed yesterday, although I wasn't really happy with how it turned out.
Get out there and weed whack.
Just stand in the middle of the street.
Yeah. Just do something today. Go cut down tree limbs. I don't care what you have to do. You need to go do some type of yard work today. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
To go make sure that you're not going to get the side eye from your religious neighbor.
I do have a couple of projects.
Oh, man.
I have our garage doors that need to be installed. They're just sitting in the garage right now.
Oh, man. I think you need to do it.
I think I need to do it too.
Yeah. Because you need to. Like,
you want to come over and we'll blast like Ozzy Osbourne?
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. But we need to like. You have a black shirt on. I have a black shirt on. This is going to work great.
Oh man. We'll paint our fingernails black.
Yeah, we're gonna go offend Religious Bob, Steve's new neighbor.
Religious Bob.
Religious Bob is Steve's new neighbor.
Really shot the moon with that nickname, didn't you?
Jesus John. Does that work better for you? Do you know the guy's name? Don't tell me. Okay.
No idea.
So it's wide open. So Jesus Jones.
Jesus Jones. Yeah.
Jesus Jones.
The only neighbors I know, I know the neighbors on either side of me, and that's it.
Okay. So Jesus Jones, Steve's neighbor, who he has now offended. Mm-hmm. You've got to get to the bottom of it. You need to bake him a plate of cookies and say, "Hey, man, I'm really sorry. I know I shouldn't have been doing that on Sunday." And in my mind, he's going to say, "Come on in, let's have a talk."
Yeah.
And
you're going to heard about the word of Luke?
Yeah. And then you're gonna sit down. He's gonna open his Bible that he's had since he was like 9.
Yeah.
That he's got, not inscriptions but bookmarks in like 80 different pages. Yep. I'm gonna read to you from the third Philippians. Philippians?
Yeah, sure.
Philippines is a type of is a ethnicity or
sure.
Native.
No, that's Filipino.
Filipino, that's right. Okay.
The third book of Filipino.
The third book of Filipino here, Steve, neighbor Steve, says, let me explain something to you. So you got the aerial antenna up. You're telling me it works.
Got the aerial antenna up, and then I spent way, way, way too much time running the cable. In hindsight, I look at where I mounted the antenna and where the TV is, complete opposite ends of the house. I should have mounted the antenna on the other side of the house because then it would have made things so much quicker. Because even in the attic, I want things to be neat and tidy. Mm-hmm. So ran the wire, pulled it all through the wall into the attic, drilled a tiny hole, barely bigger than the cable, forced the cable through, and then put a bunch of caulk around it so it's nice and airtight. And then I took those little tacks and I tacked the cable all the way across the house, which I don't know is roughly 1,000 feet wide for as long as it felt like it took me. And then the hard part came because I wanted to drop the cable. I had to go through the wall to go from the attic all the way down to the basement. Now, luckily, I knew that another cable was running through like one void in the studs. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, well, if I drill a hole, if I can measure it, drill a hole through there, drop the cable down, I can pull it out on the second floor, and then I can feed it down to the first floor, and then I can feed it down to the basement. Well, it was such a disaster. Eventually, after about 6 hours, I got the thing done.
What?
My arms are beet red and all scratched up from rolling around in insulation in the attic.
So you spent 6 hours on technology from the 1970s to get the 4 local stations.
4.
What do you get, like 1 through 35 or something like
I
that?
got 45 channels that came in.
45. Now,
because after you hook up the antenna, then you go onto your TV and you run the channel scan. First of all, I flip it over to antenna.
Haven't thought of channel scan since 1996.
Because by default, all the TVs are set up on like digital, cable box.
Yeah.
But no, there is a setting where you switch it over to antenna, do the channel scan, it runs through, and it picked up like 45 channels.
Just in my mind, it's so funny because you have like the 65-inch curved 4K name brand TV with a sound bar and subwoofer hooked up to an antenna.
No, that's the thing. As techie and as nerdy as I am, the TV that we have is the plasma.
Oh, yeah. We talked about
that I bought when I bought my house 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's 720p or 720i, whatever it is.
Now, could I interest you? Because I believe I am close-ish to negotiating me getting a new television this winter. There's 2.
What's holding you up?
Well, we don't need one, not even a tiny bit. We have 3 TVs in our house right now. They're all in like the 40 range. They're all like LED or whatever, so they're fine. But I can't help but want a 60 to 65 and call it like, this will be good for like 15 years. Like, hey, again, I don't need it. There's no rationale for it outside of almost a guarantee in 1 month when I look at the Black Friday ads.
Yeah.
And it says $400. What? It's never going to be this cheap again until 1 week after when they come out with 5K, reverse curved.
I think that's the only thing I would go out on Black Friday for.
Is a TV.
If there was a TV that was such a ridiculous deal.
Yeah. But presumably that's
half price or whatever.
Yeah, but presumably that's one of those items too that if you don't get there a day and a half early, you're not going to get it. So do you wait for Cyber Monday and wait for the old Amazon Prime to show up, or do you jump in? Do you jump in on Black Friday and try to get one?
Man,
personally, in that regard, I'm greedy. I want the TV now. Like I've seen it now; it's in my brain. I'm getting a TV. I want that TV today. I don't want to wait 2-day shipping. That's fine if I'm a loser. Yeah. I want that television in my hand today.
Why don't we do a special episode, special Black Friday waiting in line episode?
Oh, yeah. Interview people?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
We'll act like we're from the local news.
That would be great. But it's so different now with Black Friday because it's not so much a line anymore because they're all opening at different times and everything.
They do all the sales online too.
Yeah. So there's a TV that I'm trying to talk myself into getting one of those. Even I don't need to be talked into it. I shouldn't say that. I want one. I know I want one. But again, that is the biggest waste of money I could possibly do this year.
Because even your current TV, even though it probably works perfectly fine, if you were to try and sell it, you'd get like $50
for
it.
And it's like a 49-inch smart, so it's got the Wi-Fi in it and everything.
Really? LED?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
we have a 42. We're looking to upgrade.
Yeah, well, do you have the smart and everything so you can pull up?
No, this is pre-smart TVs.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, you may be in the market for a hand-me-down television.
I do like my Apple TV though.
I get it.
I don't want to get rid of the Apple TV.
I know. What's nice about this is it is smart. So if you don't have like a cable provider, like a cable provider provides, Netflix or Hulu that you can just get already there. So the smart TV has the Netflix thing on it, so you can just click a Netflix button on the remote and it pulls open your Netflix account. Amazon has that button for all those, so it's nice. But
so it has an Amazon, like the Amazon Video button.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Amazon Video button, Netflix Video button, and it pulls it up, and you just press your account.
For some reason, there is still not an Amazon Video Apple TV app.
Really?
Yeah. I think that they were.
I wonder if it's like this weird fist fight.
Yeah, they were butting heads for a while, but Amazon announced earlier. Actually, no, I think Apple announced earlier this year that an Amazon Video app was coming to the App Store.
Okay,
still not there yet, though.
That feels like punishing your users for
which is stupid
for multi-billion-dollar companies having a slap and tickle fight,
which is dumb because if I go on to my iPhone, I have an Amazon Video app there.
Yeah, but why not on your Apple? Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
The other thing, it doesn't come through on the microphone, but I am in the market for a laptop. This one makes a little bit of noise.
Yeah. It does
like
rev up every now and then.
It's like 4 years old, which the fact that it's made it this long is astonishing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'm kind of in the mode for 2 big ticket items. But again, the laptop hasn't crashed.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Sure, it's not like yesterday's technology, and sure, I need to shut it down once every day or two to make sure everything runs. But for what I use it for,
it's on its last legs.
But for what I use it for, it's fine. But I need to be talked into getting a TV and a laptop.
Why don't you come over to the dark side?
Oh, I can't do it. I can't. I'm not paying that price tag. Are you nuts?
You can get a refurbed one. That's what this one is.
I was looking.
Save a couple $100.
They were looking, so they don't have Black Friday price out. But like I said, this week I've been thinking about it, so I started Googling Black Friday 27, whatever. And there's sites that have expectations based on sales trends and what they're doing about stuff that's going to happen. And they had AirBook. Is that what it is?
MacBook Air.
MacBook Air.
Yeah, that's what this is.
For like $800.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's the anticipation, I should say, for Black Friday.
Brand new. I think mine was about that, and this is a refurbed one.
Really?
Yeah.
Still no, thank you.
It'll last you forever though.
I don't doubt it. Katie has one. She's had one forever. It's just not my thing. I can't handle the interface. The only thing I think of when I see those is it reminds me of being in elementary school and being so mad because they only had Apple, and for whatever reason, the Apple they had, the iMac before iMac, was like the biggest garbage computer ever.
Yeah, like the old clamshell ones.
Everybody hated them, and I just remember having so many issues with it back then.
They've gotten a bit better.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that. But when I see you can get your generic whatever gateway, and it's going to have the newest Intel Core.
Look at this.
Whatever.
Look at that. Look how nice that looks.
I don't need a cell phone on there. That's what it looks like to me. Like you
don't need
a home screen type of thing with all your apps listed on the bottom.
Well, it's not. These are just the ones that I use most often.
I don't need it knowing what I'm doing.
You don't want the man knowing.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. For someone who, Mr. Millennial Rain Barrel off the grid over there, you're certainly comfortable with Steve Jobs and his offspring.
Yeah, he makes a good product.
Yeah, well, he died for a reason.
Yeah, he had cancer.
Yeah.
What are you insinuating?
Did he, Steve?
Oh, is this a Bob Dylan?
I saw the picture of a man who looked eerily similar to Steve Jobs. Where was it, like Portugal or something? And it was a picture of like somebody like, hey, let me take a picture of you, my friend. And in the background is a guy like Steve Jobs' doppelganger.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I think if you search for Steve Jobs' doppelganger.
I need to look that up.
Yeah, you'll see it. But no, one thing I want to ask you, it's funny you mentioned this because you mentioned having to go up on the ladder and having to go on the roof to install your antenna in Monsoon, Michigan.
Yeah.
The last week.
By the way, the greatest purchase I've ever made.
You're really that happy with it?
I am so happy with it. We watched a football game yesterday. We had a couple of friends over, friends that we had like 5 or 6 people that helped us move the day that we moved from here to the new house. And then the following week, our buddy Chris, softball Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Cy Nolan Ryan Young or whatever his name was. He had helped move the washer and dryer out of here. So we invited anyone who helped us move. We had over at the house. Well, I had talked to him during the week. I said, hey, man, just so you know, we're having a couple people over. And he's like, oh, is the Michigan game gonna be on?
Oh, yeah.
He's a big Michigan fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no problem, man. Got this antenna hooked up. So when he walked into the house, first thing he did, he looked at the TV. He's like, that's from an antenna? You got to be kidding me.
Hey.
I think I've convinced him. I think he's going to make the same purchase this week.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, he is.
Boy, I bet you he changes his mind now.
His wife seemed on board.
If I know Chris, come Detroit Tiger baseball season, he will be not okay with it.
Well, what channel do their
It's on your regional sports, like Fox Sports Detroit, which you're not going to get without a cable package.
Not going to get on the old rabbit ears.
Yeah. Anytime that he wants to watch a game on ESPN Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
What are you going to do, Chris?
I know. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Is it worth the savings?
Yeah. See,
and again,
I'm
I
not
get it.
I'm not a sporty guy.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I don't need to watch the footy ball every weekend.
That's the issue. I acknowledge you saying it, and I do continue talking like I didn't hear it. That's the trade-off. If you cord cut, you're not going to get your live sports, much of anything. But before we get too far, this is Rio de Janeiro, and that is
oh wow,
that's after Steve Jobs reportedly passed away.
Does he have sleeve tattoos, or is that just an ugly shirt?
I think it's one of those shirt ones that looks like it, or he changed his identity so he didn't look entirely like Steve Jobs.
Boy, you'd think that if he faked his own death, he'd be in a better place than that. Because look how pathetic that looks.
Yeah, it does not look great.
He's around.
Clearly, it looks like he's hired a local to push his wheelchair around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got the money, but he kind of, I don't know, doppelganger. Yeah, no doubt about it. But you mentioned having to get up on your roof. Yesterday, it was time to close up shop for the season at our house too. Turn the water off, bring the hoses inside, all the deck furniture, things like that.
Stand by 1 second.
Oh.
Should turn the water off here so that people don't call us in a month saying that
the pipe froze.
The pipes burst. That's a good idea.
So I had to do all of the, it's stupid homeowner stuff. We had to rake, get rid of some weeds, all this stuff before bad weather hits. And I wanted to, you're supposed to cut branches down that touch and scrape your roof and your house, because it'll end up scraping the shingles or whatever.
Knocking a shingle off in a windstorm.
Yeah. So we had to, I had to get up high on the roof and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I don't know if it's related to my floppy foot.
Oh, no.
But I got my 6-foot ladder up, and now we've had gutters installed. I think it had a little bit to do with that. I think that had a little bit to do with it for me mentally, is the gutters. So it's a 6-foot ladder, and what's 8 foot high, 9 foot high probably to get on your roof. So I get up there, and I'm on like the second to last step, and then I'm looking at it, and I'm going to have to hop
at one point
over the gutter.
Yeah, you got to do the thing where you're pressing down on the roof to pull your body up.
Yeah, and again, I don't want it. I'm sure it would hold if I, briefly put my foot on it, but I don't want to step on the gutter, knock it all down, whatever. All right, yep. Just going to go step down now a second. Just going to get that confidence built.
Yeah, got to get a running start at it.
Shingles are nice. Really nice. Good
shape up here. Everything's
shape. Everything looks good.
Checking to make sure.
The vent up there.
Making sure that the chimney is caulked, right?
Yep. Yeah. You see the Smiths? They got a trampoline. Yeah. All right. What do you? Oh, get up there? Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. No. Why don't you just go give me a golf club? So I had my reciprocating saw, and then I had a 3-iron.
Well, 3-irons are known. For their landscaping.
Well, in hindsight,
prowess.
I told her, I said, "Can you go get me a golf club?" I should have said pitching wedge or whatever, because that has the biggest angle on it, so a better hook fashion. So I get a 3-iron, and I'm on the ladder, and so I move around this corner of the house where they're kind of rubbing, and I'm hooking a branch with the 3-iron, pulling it down, grabbing it with my hand, so I can bend the branch all the way down, hit it with the saw, have the branch boom fly up like it's a catapult.
Yeah, that's how the pros do it.
Yeah, I had to do that around the one corner of the house. We looked at the other side, which is not flat ground. We have landscaping in front of the house where the bedroom is. So there's there's no leaves on it, but when it's really windy, we can hear some of the branches rub on the gutter and on the side of the house. Look at it. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting any of those today. I'm going to need an extension ladder to get up on the roof to do that, which I don't have. You do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'll have to use that then before the weather turns back, because I really want to trim those down, but boy, 6-foot ladder might as well be a step stool for me at that house or anywhere, really. I mean,
swing by any time. You can grab that ladder.
Yeah, I'll have to make that work. I'll have to see if I can throw it in the old Fusion.
That'll work, right?
Strap it on the top.
The seats fold down?
Sure.
Never checked, have you?
They would, but I still don't think that's going to fit.
Yeah, it's close enough.
I'll have to figure it out. But
hanging a couple feet out the back.
So is the water off here? We're all good?
Water's off.
New homeowners not in danger of bursting pipes in the next week or two?
Nope, they're good.
hopefully they won't have that anyway. You said, like you said at the top of the episode, sounds like this house is changing hands on Friday.
Looks like it.
So before the weather turns terribly sour
Yeah.
to where any pipe would burst anyway.
God, we cannot wait.
Well, just to be done with it.
Not wait. It just seems like it's taken forever.
Yeah.
Even though it hasn't. It's been the standard. Typically they say once an offer is accepted, it's about 30 to 45 days for the closing, and that it'll be about that. But man, it just seems like it's been so much longer.
It feels like an eternity. I can't even
ever
imagine.
since this whole because we put the house on the market like August, I think 29th or something. But for a month before that, we were doing all the work to get it ready. So it's been basically since July we've been waiting to get this stupid thing sold.
Hindsight, you glad you did all those little projects?
Yeah, I think so. I think that they made the house look nicer.
Okay.
If I had to put a monetary value on it, I don't know. Maybe we made a couple $100 more.
Right.
Because
Just
of it.
time wise that you spent on it compared to the results. I didn't know if you were.
Well, the thing is,
if you would look back and go, yeah, I wish I didn't waste my time doing that.
Well, most of the projects they weren't. It's not like they took a ton of time. There were just a good amount of projects.
Right.
So it overall cumulatively, it took a lot of time. But I think that it was probably worth it.
Can't believe it's over.
I know.
It's just hard to believe.
It's so hard to say goodbye
to my homemade studio.
Now, in true Boyz II Men fashion, there has to be the one guy that has the super deep voice that's always like, baby.
Oh. Well, it's like an a cappella group. You've got to do the one guy who essentially does the bass sound.
Yeah.
And one guy who then hits the end note probably a second too long and too high. So everybody else in the band kind of rolls their eyes behind their sunglasses.
But then there's the guy that's always he's the one that has to do like the proclamation of love.
Oh yeah,
baby, I'm sorry.
There's always talking.
I did you wrong.
Yeah,
but I need you to know that I love you.
There's talking in the back,
and you got to come back to me, baby.
But while that person knows, okay, so you do that talking again,
baby. Baby, I love you, baby. Baby, I need you to know. Baby, I need you to know I want you back. That other girl, she don't mean nothing to me.
It's so hard. Oh, we could do that.
We could do that.
We need to go. That's what we do karaoke.
Yeah.
I'm not a karaoke. I've always been way too terrified. I don't know if I could do it. But if I went to karaoke, I would need a proper amount of alcohol, a partner, and we're doing Boyz II Men. Okay. But we need to find the Boyz II Men song, like you said, almost all of them.
Yeah, just
but find one that has that weird interval in the middle where there's talking, and then you do the talking, and I'll just go like hunch in the corner with a microphone and make the beat, if you will.
Okay, we're doing this.
I'd love to do karaoke.
Steve and Kyle night at the karaoke bar.
I would love to.
All couple of our listeners are invited.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they don't, like, most bars don't do karaoke on the weekends.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have people in the bar anyway, so why do a gimmick? So you pick a weeknight, but then you have to pick a weeknight where you can either go early or be there early or that like you're off the next day. Yeah. I would love to do it, but again, that's something for me. I would need just enough alcohol to
I've done karaoke
be
before.
comfortable, but not too much so I'd be up there going, like groaning into the microphone. Like instead of the Boyz II Men talking, you just halfway through, my life's a failure anyway.
So sad. So sad.
Would Annette do karaoke?
I think so. Annette has done karaoke one. I've seen her do karaoke once.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Because I think Katie would. I think we need to make that happen. We need to do a night at the karaoke bar.
Okay. Well, we're going to be out on Wednesday night. We're going to go to...
That's right.
We're going to go to the bar right down the street.
Local bar here.
Do they have karaoke on Wednesday nights?
I don't think so. Not that I've seen. Maybe we could start a trend there.
We'll just go up and start
bring
singing.
a machine. We'll buy an Amazon Prime machine, or whatever. That's like $49.
I'm going to be there with the radio station. We have that little PA system.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just have them leave it.
Yeah, have them leave it. Make sure we got Boyz II Men loaded on it. And then some Springsteen if we get a real wild hair.
Yeah, and we'll just grab the mic and just start saying, "All right, next up on the stage."
Yeah.
Have it with no
introduction, no preamble, nothing. But like yell at the bar, "Hey, You guys turn that TV
Hey,
down?
quiet down.
No,
Quiet
I know.
down.
Game 2 World Series. Whatever. Karaoke time.
Because they have apps that, you have a karaoke app where, oh, man.
I'd love to do it. Get properly lubed up, liquored, all ready to roll, mumble through a Boyz II Men song and call it a day.
Perfect.
Oh, man. Well, we should probably get to 2 minutes of awkward conversation, considering we did confirm a guest today.
Mm-hmm. And,
by the way, I say that like we have like a big celebrity on the hotline today. No disrespect to who we're talking to. She's a loyal, longtime fan who we interact with all the time. But the way I framed that was the dumbest way I could have done it.
We got a guest in the hotline.
I spent some good time on Friday confirming our guest for the weekend, so you better get to it.
Confirming the guest consisted of what? Like, hey, can you talk to us for 2 minutes?
Yeah, that was it. Hey, it goes the same way for me all the time. I say, hey, are you free? Are you free Sunday? Yes. Okay, we'll call between 10 and 11. Thanks. So I'll read this review. It's from Leanne. Now, Leanne is a T-shirt buyer.
T-shirt recipient.
So we will have to ask her what she thinks of the big controversy, which is that the rumor that we purposely put our faces where the breasts would go. Right?
It sounds so ridiculous.
It does, because not the intention. We talked about it, but we'll have to ask her where she lies in that controversy. So Leanne's review, the best podcast ever, which is already the biggest lie ever.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to feel like you are sitting around with old friends enjoying a beer and talking about anything and everything, then this is the podcast for you. I love the content and I enjoy feeling like I'm one of the guys. Definitely something I look forward to each week.
Oh, wait.
That's like the second one in a row where there's no pot shot at the end.
Yeah.
But you know what? So that was a screenshot before she clicked submit.
Oh,
I'm sure if we went to the iTunes page, it might be a low blow at the end.
Let's see what she says.
I hope it doesn't work now.
Hello?
Hi, Leanne. It's the Steve and Kyle podcast.
Hi, guys.
Oh, my gosh, it works.
Yeah, we're surprised. We didn't test this out, and it actually worked for once. How are you this fine morning?
I'm doing okay.
All right. So we read your review.
Yeah.
And we have a conspiracy brewing that you took a screenshot of your review before you actually hit submit. Surely you went back and added some insults because it was way too nice.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I'm not. No, I didn't.
You don't hate listen?
No, I don't understand why people do that.
Well, now, this is usually where you say something. Now, when we ask you, hey, Leanne, when do you usually listen? Now, this is usually where you would drop in that insult. So, Leanne, when do you usually listen? And, is it day of, day after?
Same day after I listened to Steve's side gig.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you're not in the middle of getting your tooth pulled every week and you decide the Steve and Kyle podcast is the best way to get through it?
It's slightly less excruciating.
Yeah.
No, I legit listen as soon as the side gig is over.
Oh, nice.
Well,
you guys are bound to download it.
Well, then follow-up question for you as well, because you sound like obviously you're listening day of. I'm sure you're the one who's turned on probably a dozen people to the Steve and Kyle podcast, right?
I've tried. I actually was able to get to listen because I'm online friends with Nikki Constantine.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Nikki turned you on to the podcast.
Yeah, because she was posting about it
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter, and then I saw Steve post about it, and then that's where I got looped in.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what you're saying is you have not spread the good word like Jehovah's Witness about the podcast.
I'm working on my husband, so we're working on that.
Well, what's his deal?
Yeah. What does he not like? Funny? Does he
my-
not like slightly less than funny? Let me rephrase that.
Does he not like two guys talking?
Yeah.
I think he does. I mean, he likes the side guys talking on the side gig. So
Okay.
But
By the way, that's one too many plugs for the side gig.
Yeah,
so,
and that's 4 hours. This is 2 hours a week.
Sorry.
Is your
that's
husband?
how I found you guys.
Are you by your husband right now, Leanne?
I am not. He's downstairs. I'm sorry.
I was
I'll
going to
work
say
on
we're
it.
going to have to chat with him, because this is a running epidemic now that our listeners, our devoted fan base, cannot turn their own significant others into listening to this podcast?
Well, I bought a shirt. Does that count?
It does. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad you brought it up. We had a question for you. We are curious. So it may have even been you who started this theory that we put our faces in an inopportune place on the shirt. Now, where do you lie on that conspiracy theory?
It's not me, and I actually am sad because I can't even fit the dang shirt.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm pregnant with twins, so it doesn't fit.
Oh, okay.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, geez. Good luck with that new road bump.
Road bump.
Speed bump. Speed bump. Yeah. That's
bump in the road.
Bump in the road. Yeah, you got it. I mixed up my cliches.
Well, don't
That's
worry.
okay, but I did. I did see the photo of the girl that did start that theory, and I do believe her.
Oh boy.
Man.
That's
you got to believe us, Leanne. It wasn't on purpose.
No.
I don't know. That design
unlucky
took a lot of time,
incident.
I feel like.
It was an unlucky accident. That's what we'll call it.
Well, I mean, come on. In our defense, where else are we going to put the logo? Like,
Right.
do you want it at the bottom of the shirt?
Valid argument,
No, I
Leanne.
agree.
Valid
I agree.
argument.
It's actually good placement.
I think it looks
That's the
perfect.
final word on the shirt controversy. Leanne, pregnant with twins, says, "I think that's the best spot for it." That's your exact words.
And don't you worry, that shirt
Agreed.
will be there waiting for you once those twins are born.
Yeah.
And
I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it without a doubt.
the
Maybe-
best.
That was like what, $20?
How
Yeah.
about now? What do you think about one of your beautiful babies due?
They are due in March.
Okay, so maybe that nice cold day in March when those two little miracles come into this world, and
speed bumps, I called them.
road bumps.
Yeah, road bumps.
When those beautiful babies enter this world, and you and your husband are smitten with how lovely they are, and the doctor says we need to wrap these babies in a blanket because I'm assuming that's what happens when babies are born.
Yeah.
It's pure chaos.
Yeah.
Everyone's screaming.
George Clooney from ER looking doctors.
Yeah, you say, "Hey doc, got you covered."
Yeah.
You toss him a Stephen Kyle podcast T-shirt.
Yes, that's already been in the works because I can't get to Boston, and these people are taking these shirts everywhere, and
Yeah.
I feel left out. So
Well, we talked about it earlier. If you need two, my shirt is ruined. I would be happy to donate it to you,
just
so
stick
the other twin could be swaddled in a Stephen Kyle podcast shirt. That would take the cake, by the way. If that actually happens, if there's a photograph of your beautiful newborn twins swaddled in Stephen Kyle apparel, forget guy in front of the Statue of Liberty and at the Washington Monument. That takes the cake.
Yeah, and possibly
okay, yeah,
now. Do you
it'll
know?
happen.
Do you know? Can you say if you're having boys or girls? Do you know yet?
I am. I'm having boys. Actually, I am the gender reveal email. That
Of course you are. I know that. And now oh man, I'm so sorry. It's all coming together now. Well,
That's okay.
there are a couple good names, couple good male names.
Strong male names.
masculine names. Steve or Steven
Agree.
Kyle.
or
Kyle. 2 L's. now, are you going to go before we? Yeah, boy, we've already talked well longer than 2 minutes.
Yep.
Before we let you go, now, do you have like names in mind? Are you going to go like modern millennial hipster? So it's going to be like Xander with a Y,
and an X
No.
instead of a Z.
yeah, Julian with an EW somehow in there.
No, we do have names picked out. They're Andrew and Evan.
Oh,
those are
classic
beautiful
names.
You know,
That
my
works
my
great.
middle name is Andrew, so
She
good
knew.
job.
She knew.
And Evan is
Yeah,
kind of like Steven.
yeah.
So you're basically naming your children after me.
And Evan has an E, which is in Kyle.
Yeah.
So-
4 letters.
Exactly.
So welcome to the family, twins. Well, thank you so much for listening, Leanne. Thanks for trying to spread the word. Tell your husband literally the least he can do for you carrying his children is listen to this frickin' podcast once and give it a try.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I will tell him.
And you tell him it's from us. You play this part of it to what's his name?
Tim.
All right, listen here, Tim. Leanne's got options on the table. Either you start listening and shape up, or she's hitting the road with those newborns, and you're never going to see them again.
Yeah.
Steve and Kyle, the newborns.
Yeah, she's going to be an even hotter commodity now that she's got those 2 little kids.
Yeah.
People are going to be chomping at the bit.
Well, it's like when you go to, like if you have a puppy, like people attract to it. Like, oh my God, look at the puppy. Yeah. Newborn twins and Steve and Kyle swaddles. What do you think's going to happen, Tim?
I agree. I think he's got a problem on his hands.
Get your ass together, Tim.
Yep.
All right. Well, Leanne, thank you so much for taking the call this morning.
You're welcome, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too. Well, that was wonderful.
Another glowing review.
Glowing review from a absolutely lovely woman.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Always nice to talk to somebody nice instead of who was that a-hole a couple weeks ago who kept, Chris kept taking shots at me in the 30 for 30s. As always, if you want to be a part of the 2 minutes of awkward conversation, we would love to talk to you. I look forward to that part more than any part of the podcast. It's so much fun because you never know what you're going to get.
Me too.
You're either going to get an a-hole like Chris or a legitimate sweetheart like Leanne right there. Those are the two.
A-hole like Chris.
I will never forgive him for those 30 for 30s. Please leave a review, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, whatever podcast app you use or listen to. Leave a review, send us a screenshot, or let us know, hey, I left a review on iTunes. My username was this. Whatever's easiest for you, let us know you did that. You'll be on the list for 2 minutes of awkward conversation. I had missed one. So, I think Matt, somebody named Matt said he sent a review last week, mentioned on Twitter that, hey, I sent a review. Am I on the list? He was not. So if you have sent a review, or if you left a review and told us about it, please send us a message or tweet us or Facebook us to say, hey, am I on the list, and I can check. The list is dwindling.
Yeah.
And we are looking to get more names on that list. We're about 5 deep right now as we approach the end of our fandom.
All right. Easy enough to get in and involved in that, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you told me that there was a debate going on in your house. This was going back a couple of weeks. You told me about a debate based on a song.
Yeah. So I was turned on to this, and actually I shouldn't even say I was turned on to it. I've been a fan of the artist Kesha, pop music artist. Even years ago as a guilty pleasure, but now as I turn 30, it's not even guilty. I don't care anymore. Who am I trying to impress? Yeah. Her new album.
You're a married man.
Yeah.
You can like what you want.
Her new album is fantastic.
That's what I hear. I hear it's a really good album.
Jimmy Pardo, obviously our podcast hero, raves about it up and down, how great it is. And so I finally got around to listening to it probably a month and a half ago. And it's tremendous. Top to bottom. There's maybe one clunker on there, but compared to what you're normally going to get, that's hardly anything. So listening to this album, there is a song on there, and so there's a couple of songs that are kind of country-ish. One song is with Dolly Parton. The other one has kind of country undertones, the way it sounds and the way
like
it's
the
sung.
Twangy guitar.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
So I was listening to this one song, and I apologize for not even knowing the title of it, but it's something Old Flame, and it's with Dolly Parton. And there was a part, and I'm listening to it, and Katie's there. Katie's nearby, and I say, I love this part when this kicks in. Now, there's a very short clip here, and the reason I was very vague about the way I framed it, because I'll have you listen to it, and then I'll say exactly what I said and her rebuttal.
Now, this is because when you first said there's a Kesha song debate going on in my house, I thought for sure it was going to be like, hey, doesn't this song kind of sound like this song? Or what is this? And I figured that you were going to send like a 30-second clip of the song, but the clip that you sent me is 2.4 seconds.
Yeah, so it's literally...
how can there possibly be a debate about something that... I mean, it's so quick. It's so insignificant. So this is the clip from the Kesha song that caused a debate.
I'm trying to... I have the song title right here. So this is off of the album Rainbow, and it is called Old Flames, Can't Hold a Candle to You, featuring Dolly Parton.
Okay, so here's the clip. Boy, I see where the debate comes in.
So, is that or is that not like really close to our intro?
I mean, if I had to guess, that is a complete ripoff of Malt Shop Bop.
So do we, and by proxy Kevin MacLeod, have a real gripe on our hands about Kesha stealing that?
Now, let me ask you, though. Did you go into the liner notes of the album and see if it's accredited to him with a Creative Commons license 3.0.
You know what? I have seen that literally every week we've used his music. I need to open the CD case that I don't own and actually look for it.
All right, so that was obviously not what I meant to play, but here is the
2.4 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, it's 4 seconds.
4 seconds, okay.
4-second clip from the Kesha song. And what is it called again?
Old Flames, parentheses, Can't Hold a Candle to You.
Okay, this is really it this time.
That's it. So now I'll say to you what I said to my wife. I really like that sound in the background when the guitar kicks in.
Like that.
The heavy, the bass portion.
The dun dun
Yes.
dun dun. Okay.
And Katie said, "No, you mean the drums."
So you think it's
I think the actual dun 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 is a guitar.
okay?
She is telling me it is a drum.
Wait, so you think it's a bass guitar?
I do.
Okay.
Now I hear it now, and I get because I think what she's saying, the drum, is that like where you hear like what is it? Is it a bass drum or whatever it's called, where you hit it with your foot, and
Kick
it's just
drum,
that
yeah, the kick.
That's what it sounds like, the actual like impact part of it. But I think the bass, the deep portion is coming from a guitar.
I don't know. I might have.
Really?
Now-
You're going drum.
Now we should have had Annette on the line to
Oh my gosh.
decipher this. She's actually going to be here in a little while, and maybe we'll do like a postscript after the.
Yeah.
Here's what we'll do. Right now we will pause,
Okay.
and what we'll do is we'll get her to decipher if that's really a drum or a guitar.
Okay.
And then we'll splice it in right here. Well, there you have it. That's the
Answer.
answer. Boy, do you feel dumb
I'm such an
or not.
idiot. Smart. can edit that however we want to, right? So that has been a contentious debate
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
like
we're
2
not
weeks.
going to splice
for
anything
like
in there.
2 weeks now.
So
To where
hold on.
she keeps saying drums. I go, oh man, I love that crunchy guitar.
No, that's definitely a
That's
kick
a
drum.
guitar.
No,
I
'cause
know.
you can
I
hear,
agree. That's a really nice bass guitar.
You can hear the impact.
But I think there is a drum going on. But I think how would
So
the
you think
drum
that
sound?
so you think that it's a bass layered on top of a drum?
Correct. So I think the band behind her in this song, if there were a live performance, you would see whoever's handling the bass guitar at that time strumming whatever note that is in succession. 1, 2, 3,
I believe
4.
you pluck a bass.
Oh, so sorry.
I mean,
I've told you before, I'm not up on my woodwinds.
You want music knowledge?
Yeah, right. You
me.
come to Steve. I'm not up on my woodwinds and my brass sectionals. So at that same time,
brass sectionals. That's like a brass couch.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like a big section of brass instruments. You know?
Section. Yeah.
Alls.
No.
So, but I feel like that whoever like is hitting that guitar, which is where you're getting the throaty noise of it, right? You have the boom, boom. But it's also the same time, which you'll have with music, the drummer behind is hitting that kick drum at the same time that note's coming from the guitar.
I don't know.
So it's settled. It's a guitar.
Here's what we'll do. Possibly stay tuned after the outro music plays.
Yeah, maybe.
We might pop
we'll
back
have to
in.
See how the
we'll
time
see.
works.
We'll see if we can get Annette to hop on the mic and tell us who's right, who's wrong.
Well, because if not, we already have two things I totally forgot to put down for this week. We were supposed to. Now we talked last week. about chicken fried versus country fried.
Oh, yeah.
Well, our friend Stan the Movie Man has the answer.
Oh, of course Stan does.
But we didn't put it. I forgot to put it on the docket. I don't have his number immediately handy. So I'll talk to Stan, see if we can get him on the line next week. We need an answer. I've avoided an answer for a week, and we're going to have to put it off for another week.
Stupid. It's a 1-second Google search.
No, there's no way. We got to get Stan on because we got to talk about the upcoming movie season. Oscar season's approaching.
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok comes out in a month. You're talking Oscar baits coming out. It's that season where you get all those kind of indie-ish movies that are going to win a bunch of awards.
Yep.
We got to get Stan on next week to talk about that. Stan the Movie Man. As well as answer #country fried, #chicken fried.
Yeah, I didn't even look for that this week.
Yeah, I didn't. But I remember he had messaged us, and I said, "We'll talk to you. Can we talk to you?" And he said, "Sure." And then I 100% forgot to put it on the rundown. Yeah. So there's that. We need to talk to Annette or have Annette give us an answer. Mm-hmm. Maybe you can get the answer and then leave me in suspense, and then I'll find out how right I am. Yeah. So just make sure you have the Hulk Hogan music ready for when you say,
when you win.
Kyle, it is a guitar. And then I'm going to be doing a lap while the Hulk Hogan music's playing.
A lap around.
Well, no, it'll be in the new APS, so you're going to say I have so much room.
That's crazy to think that this time next week we'll be in be in 3.0. Temporary setup, APS 3.0.
Yeah.
Might have one of those card tables that you used to play poker on back in the day. Because we don't have a table yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Still got the option. We take this puppy with us.
Kind of want to.
It's sad to leave because it turned out so beautiful.
Yeah, I know. It is definitely a beautiful thing, and I'm very disappointed that we have to leave it behind.
Yeah.
Although I guess we don't technically have to leave it behind.
Just rip it out of the wall.
We'll be taking this. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, it's about that time, Steve. We should probably get to wrapping up, closing up shop here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fast 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think it's my turn this week, right?
Sure.
All right, JFK assassination.
Oh my God! I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Next, Houston Astros.
So excited. #Team Stro. #Go Stros. I don't know if that's their nickname. No idea. There's no way. It sounds so nice, though.
Big fan of the Stros.
Sounds so smooth, though, like #Go Stros.
All right, you know something? This is actually not the Fast Five. This is the Swift Six.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
no,
I got 6 this week. I couldn't eliminate one.
You couldn't eliminate one?
No, I didn't want to. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to.
Okay.
Next, I didn't really know how to put this into a short phrase, but 5 former presidents was the best I could do.
Weren't they together?
They were.
I missing? Okay, they were together for Hurricane Texas relief, right?
Yeah.
So always an amazing sight and image.
Isn't it cool to see that? Like, I don't know why that's such a...
Because it's not going to be long. Carter's in his 90s. Bush
it looks
Senior's in his 90s.
HW's.
HW's in his 90s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is... that might be the last photograph of them all together.
I would think so. Okay, next. Condolence calls to Gold Star families.
Shouldn't have been on the news. Atrocious bedside manner.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
If it went
If it went according to the recounting of a if it goes the way that has been reported in the media, which, in fairness to that report, it has not been denied by the White House, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think the only denial from the White House has been she shouldn't have even been on that call, which you're not denying anything. You're saying, I sure wish nobody heard that.
Yeah. Next, Stranger Things.
Oh, I'm ready. I am
wait.
so excited for this weekend.
You know, I've avoided trailers.
Yeah, they released a final trailer, I think, a week and a half ago or something. And Joe from Softball, Cotton Eye Joe, had said, "Oh, did you watch the new trailer?" No, I do not. I'm going to watch the show.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Tonight,
27th.
Oh, 27th. Oh, okay.
Friday, Halloween weekend, I think, because initially it was Halloween Tuesday. But I think they bumped it up to the Friday before.
Okay. Now, that's not one where they just dump all the episodes at once.
Oh,
right?
It is.
It is.
That's Netflix. Dump everything.
Why was I thinking that it was...
I think Hulu still does it that way.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't sure if it was Netflix or...
Netflix is the only one who does it that way, and it's obviously proved...
Yeah. I kind of don't like it, though.
Well, I don't like it because it's much easier to encounter what happened and people discussing it either online or in person when... hey, I'm only on episode 4, you're done with all 9.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't I'm going to have that.
Yeah.
So it comes out Friday.
In theory, within 12 hours of it being released,
People have seen it.
People have seen it. Yeah.
And so it comes out Friday or Saturday or whatever. Well, like we talked about, Kyle's Sad Lonely Halloween, solo all week, and I can't. It's just, it's one of those things.
Did Katie leave? When does she leave?
Sunday. Next Sunday.
Gotcha.
So that's, recording time might have to be adjusted because she's going to the airport. So.
Gotcha. Okay, final on my Swift 6 this week, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Good for them.
They have started. Let's see. I pulled up an article.
Are they 5-2?
They're 6-1-0.
6-1-0.
6-1-0. The Vegas Golden Knights.
Remarkable.
The expansion hockey team in Las Vegas. The first team in NHL history to win 6 of the first 7 games in their inaugural season.
Tremendous. I mean, in any sport, an expansion franchise is just, hey, sorry, fans of this new city, we're going to be bad for a lot of years.
It's going to be bad for a decade.
Yep. And the Vegas Golden Knights, as of now, appear to be kind of bucking that trend. Now, I don't know if that holds over 82 games. I still think they might end up in the bottom of their division.
Yeah, most likely. I'm sure it won't.
But it's still, a cool story. I mean, when you're 6-1, you're more likely to get fans, especially in a city like Las Vegas, which is 100 degrees into an ice hockey arena, than you are if you're 1-6. So good for them. I think it's a really neat story. They have one of those fun social media accounts.
Yep.
Twitter, where the person running it is always making jokes and all that stuff. So
yeah, they got in a little bit of a controversy earlier in the week, though. I don't know if you saw that. They tweeted something about they were playing the Boston Bruins, and they tweeted something. It was a reference to the movie Ted. Remember when he's trying Ted, the little teddy bear? He's like rolling off a list of female names. And that movie based in Boston. Well, the Golden Knights tweeted something like the Bruins starting lineup tonight, and it was like 5 girl names.
Oh, okay.
And that made everybody turn against them because that was a sexist or misogynistic tweet. And well, I thought that hockey was for, because the NHL's big thing is hockey is for everyone. Well, so what you're saying is hockey is for everyone, but only if you're a guy, not if you're a girl. And they actually had to like follow it up by saying like, yeah, it was a reference to this, and put the clip in there from the movie.
How embarrassing,
Ted.
though.
Yeah, I mean,
how stupid.
I mean, the initial tweet, like, it's fine. I mean, it's not like it's this great joke and everybody's rolling around on the ground laughing at it, but come on. Really?
I know.
Do we have to apologize for everything?
Awful. All
right. Before the Vegas Golden Knights, we had Stranger Things. So
season 2 dropping next weekend.
Man,
excited.
I'm so nervous.
I think it's going to be good. I mean,
I hope it's
you're
going to
have the pushback like everything does, which is, oh, it wasn't as good as the first one. Whatever. It's different. Sorry they didn't continue just the exact same thing they were doing. So set a year after the events of season 1.
And at the end of season 1, if you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alerts right here.
Yeah.
The Demogorgon,
which is the big beast from another dimension,
got 11. 11 is gone. She disappeared into
she sacrificed herself.
Yeah, she was essentially like blown up, I guess, by at the end of the last season. But then there was a final scene in which the police chief, can't remember who plays him. Hopper, yeah. He walks out drives out into a secluded spot in the woods and leaves a little box with Eggo waffles in it, which is something that she had been eating earlier in one of the episodes. So, of course, everyone, 11 is she's still alive. She's still out there somewhere.
Which is probably the most popular character from season 1 of that show because Millie Bobby Brown was just incredible.
Oh, my God.
As
her
11.
performance, she seems like she's, 11 years old, maybe 12 years old at this point. Just the most charming little girl in the world. Yeah. And you can tell that once Stranger Things is done, she's going to be a massive star.
She's already in the next Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Getting big roles. So good for her. Yeah, I can't wait. I think the show is, maybe it's different for younger people. I still think they can enjoy it, but for us, what feels like our generation, it's like a love letter.
Well, it's weird because I was listening to yesterday or 2 days ago, I was listening to an interview. I think it was on like NPR or something with, it wasn't one of, because that's the Duffer Brothers, right?
Yes.
It wasn't one of them, but it was somebody who was involved in the production of it. And they said that, because even the Duffer Brothers made me feel like I've accomplished zero in life because they're younger than I am.
Yes.
They're probably 3 or 4 years younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the references, whoever was doing the interview said it's strange that it's so accurate to the time,
mm-hmm.
but they weren't alive at that time.
Right. It's just
and
like
they said that they made the movie using references from movies that they watched.
Exactly. So it's like what they grew up on. They decided let's make something that is an ode to that. It's just a tremendous. Everybody knows about Stranger Things. If you haven't watched it and you're into sci-fi horror,
Man,
even if
good.
you're not that into it, it's still a tremendous show.
I remember I was hooked within about 2 minutes of watching the first episode.
Yeah.
There was an oh my god moment that it hooked me. It totally worked on me.
Just tremendous.
Yeah.
Give it a watch if you haven't.
Yeah, definitely. Before that, we had condolences to Gold Star families.
Yeah, obviously the biggest news story of the week. Donald Trump reportedly said he knew what he signed up for to the widow of a fallen soldier in
Niger is now how it's pronounced. I remember when I was a child that
Niger.
Country was pronounced Niger.
Nigeria.
Yeah. So is Nigeria now Nigeria?
That's a good question. Man. There's a Family Guy skit that goes around because the African countries change their names so often.
Yeah.
So it was, we're now flying over, Tanzania or whatever.
Yeah.
We're now flying over Pepsi Presents Tanzania. So it happens a lot. But yeah, I had no news on that. But so that's the news story is that a Democratic congresswoman was reportedly in the car when Donald Trump called the widow of this fallen soldier to offer his condolences, where it was said that he stated, he knew what he signed up for.
Yeah.
Maybe that's contextually out of place.
Sure. I mean,
but still,
I think
that statement alone is a very bad look.
Yeah, I think that, because I've thought about that a lot. I'm like, how could that have, I don't know, could that have been said in a way that maybe he said, like, obviously all soldiers know the risks when they're signing up, but this is still absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Like, you take any one line out of context, it can sound really bad.
And maybe that is the way it was actually stated. So
who knows?
But the refusal to deny categorically that was said just leads to more speculation.
All right. Before that, we had 5 former presidents. Let's see. 5 living ex-presidents appeared on stage for hurricane relief concert. So that was for what? Harvey,
I believe, Maria, probably
Irma,
that's
and
right.
Maria.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't happen very often. So very cool sight to see when it does.
So you had Bush 1, Bush 2,
Yep.
Carter,
Yep.
and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama.
Yep.
Now I didn't realize that the elder Bush, George H.W. Bush, I didn't realize that he was suffering from a form of Parkinson's.
Oh, really? See, all I know is he'd been in and out of the hospital for what feels like years now with pneumonia and things like that. So
yeah, he's like 90, I think 94 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they appeared last night for the, what was it called? The One America Appeal. I think it was hashtag One America Appeal to try and raise money for hurricane relief in Texas and the surrounding areas, and Florida, and I'm assuming Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands. Raised a couple $1 million. Yeah, it's sad to see HW.
It is. That's that age catches up quick, especially after being president. They age so fast being in office.
Yeah, it's crazy too, because they showed some pictures from previous times, like times 5 or 6 years ago, because it was, I think, after Katrina in 2005, Bush 1 and Clinton got together for hurricane relief.
I do remember that.
And then they showed when they were all together at some point in like 2010 or 2013.
Right.
And it's funny, you look at Obama. I mean, his hair is black. And then 1 year later they show it and it's just completely
white,
gray.
Yeah.
But man, I was shocked at how old Bill Clinton sounds.
Yeah, well,
he has such an old man voice now.
And you see images still. I mean, Jimmy Carter's in his 90s as well.
He looks great.
And he was doing Habitat. He's doing
still
Habitat
doing
for
Habitat.
Humanity
Yeah.
out there. So
I think that George W. Bush looks unchanged.
Right.
He looks exactly
For
the
my
same
money,
as when he
he's-
left office 9 years ago.
for my money, he's yelling in the bullhorn on 9/11, the day after 9/11 in New York.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he looks exactly the same. Yeah, I think Carter looks great. I know he was hospitalized a couple months ago. It happens like on a regular basis where he goes out and he works too hard on a Habitat for Humanity job site. So they stick him in the hospital for like 6 hours, give him a bunch of IVs of liquids, and then he's like
back out on the
he's
site.
like, all right, well, we got some trusses to put up tonight.
Gotta go.
But so that was cool to see that. Total since that campaign started, in about a month they've raised like $30 million.
Nice.
So it was like
Very
$2 million on the thing that they did last night. Houston Astros
Oh man, I'm all in.
advancing to the
go
World
Stros.
Series. They took out the New York Yankees last night in a Game 7, beat them 4-0. And
Watched it.
now they weren't supposed to be a good team this year, right?
They were expected to be good. They were supposed to actually be really good last year, and they were good this year. What put them over the edge was they traded on August 31st. They traded for probably one of the best pitchers to pitch in the last 20 years, Justin Verlander from the Detroit Tigers. He's won a Cy Young Award. He's thrown a no-hitter. He's won an MVP award. He, in 9 games since he went to Houston that he pitched in, so he started 8 of them, then he came in relief in one of them in the playoffs, 9-0. 9-0. And obviously he pitched...
Isn't that crazy? What happened? What was it just like he needed a change of scenery?
No, I mean, he was very good in Detroit.
Yeah.
He was very good. But the change of scenery, I mean, I think he's seeing different opponents on a regular basis. So, and plus, I think being in a playoff hunt probably revitalizes you a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, being able to go home to Kate Upton every night probably revitalizes
Yeah, that's probably
him.
not the worst thing.
But yeah, so he pitched. They were down 3-2. The Astros, he pitched Game 6. Absolutely incredible. 7 innings of no runs. Like 8 strikeouts, looked amazing. Then Game 7, no offense for the Yankees. Yeah, I watched that last night. It's always fun to watch because I remember, as a Detroit Tiger fan for years, I was watching these games in the playoffs. And for my money, I like playoff baseball better than I like playoff hockey. And I know people say playoff hockey is the best around, but man, watching playoff baseball when you have a rooting interest, every pitch is edge of your seat. It's just it's so on edge at all times because one pitch can switch the entire momentum. So happy for him because they lost 100. They were awful for like 20 years. Yeah, they were so bad.
Yeah, I feel a friend of mine, a guy that I used to work with, friends with him on Facebook. He's a diehard Houston Astros fan. He has been for years. So this year he had taken this picture in front of one of those backdrops. It's got Astros logos all over it. I don't know where he was. I guess maybe he was at an Astros game or something. But he took a picture of him standing in front of it, like holding up the number 1 sign. And he took that, as far as I know, like at the beginning of the season, because every win he would repost that picture and he would scribble on it like in Microsoft Paint, like win number 25.
Oh, nice.
So
that's cool.
I've known. Watching that, I've been like, oh, wow, the Astros seem like they're doing pretty good this year. I don't follow baseball, let alone the Astros at all. So in the last couple weeks, it would be like win number 85 or whatever, like 5 to go. And I'm like, oh, they're actually good. Like they're going to do this. So yeah, it was cool to watch that throughout the year, having no other knowledge of the Astros whatsoever.
Do you think he's going to be okay then now when I get my, I really like their World Series hat?
Oh, yeah.
You think he's going to be cool with me jumping on?
Definitely.
Not too late.
Hashtag Go Stros.
Hashtag Go Stros.
Now they're going to be playing the Dodgers.
LA Dodgers, starting Tuesday. So, I mean, when this episode's released, if you're listening day of tonight, Game 1 of the World Series, Dallas Keuchel versus Clayton Kershaw, the best pitcher.
Chavez Ravine. That's where the Dodgers play.
I thought it was called Dodger Stadium.
Well, yeah, but it's in Chavez Ravine.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, because I was watching the local news before I came here today, and they went from sports into the weather. So they did that thing where it's like, oh, and the World Series starts on Tuesday. Here's what the weather will be like there.
Oh, okay.
96 degrees at game time in Chavez Ravine.
How different would it have been if it was Dodgers Yankees, where probably by Game 3, if it were in Yankee Stadium, it would be 48 degrees.
Yeah.
And
chance of snow.
Instead, you're going to have 96 in L.A., and then indoor stadium in hot Houston.
Yeah. 68 probably.
Yeah, comfortable.
And first on the list, and I made it first on the list, so it would be last on the on the rebound.
Yep.
JFK assassination.
Oh boy, the only thing I've cared about that Trump's done. Positive.
Now, are you? So you're pro. You're happy that these documents. Basically,
I'm always for, especially this long after. I mean, the participants, anybody involved in that, if you're not passed away, it's going to be very, very close. And
if you don't know, they're going. Trump says that he's going to allow the release of a bunch of previously classified documents, CIA classified documents from the Kennedy assassination, which was November 22nd, 1963.
Yep. So
now, why is it just coming up now?
I don't know. I feel like there's a deadline for it, but then it probably was extended or
something.
Said we're going to
something
keep
happened
them
where
closed.
it was like sealed for 25 years, and then after 25 years, whoever was president at the time, that would have been late 80s. So
yeah.
Reagan, I guess.
Maybe
Bush.
Reagan or Bush 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, so October 26th, this Thursday, the JFK assassination files will be released unless there's still an option. CIA is still fighting to keep those secret.
Well, there's also in Trump's tweet, he said something that left the door open for the possibility that it could not happen too.
Man, if he pulls the rug on this.
But
I think I can't. I'm giving him a chance. I'm giving him a chance. It's been, he's maybe he's going to turn it around.
Yeah. So now
this will be the rug from underneath my feet.
Now, so thousands and thousands of pages of documents are going to be supposedly released.
Yeah. Big day for me.
Are you hoping that your hero?
This is a big day, Steve.
That your hero, Lee Harvey Oswald, the greatest librarian that Dallas ever saw. Do you think that this is going to be vindication for him?
I think exoneration's on the way. I think Lee's going to have a different reputation come Thursday afternoon, Steve. I think the book boxing is going to be looked at in a different regard. I think his one bad day is going to be held in a different light. I think we're all going to have to,
one bad day.
Give a
one
a
bad
nice
day that literally changed history.
Mm-hmm. I think we're all going to have to give a nod and a big thank you, because him and his family have put up with so much crap over the years.
I'm still waiting for someone to send in that T-shirt that we asked.
Yes,
where it has a picture of Lee Harvey Oswald and it says like Employee of the Month.
Yeah,
#1 book boxer.
#1 book boxer, Texas School Book Depository. I'm excited.
Didn't someone make that?
Oh, did they?
They made an Employee of the Month.
Oh yeah,
certificate.
We need to print that and put it up on the 3.0 and 4.0 APS. But yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald, a chance finally. This is like a guy. Well, it's past death row. Obviously, he's gone. Like you're on death row and you get exonerated by DNA evidence. But this is obviously after death row. The internet think on this is that these documents are going to reveal that the CIA, after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba in 1961, JFK threw the CIA under the bus and disregarded the CIA and really reduced their role in intelligence, that the CIA had a large hand in orchestrating the death of John F. Kennedy. That's the JFK assassination conspiracy think here.
That would be
monumental.
One of that would be the biggest cover up in U.S. history.
Yep. Which is why I think it's not likely, and the documents probably show one shooter. But
as much as I make fun of your love for America's favorite book boxer, I don't know. That's the one. We've talked about it before. I feel like there is so much more
to
the JFK assassination than we know.
Probably multiple shooters at minimum. I mean, the word is that Lee Harvey Oswald, even when he was in captivity, was saying, like, I'm a puppet, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously could be the thoughts of a deranged man.
Sure.
Could be he said, I really don't want to fall for this, to have to take the fall for this. So then the thinking would be the CIA then sent Jack Ruby to finish him off. To kind of cover the tracks. So
Ruby never spoke either. He died in prison.
Which is also How'd that happen? So, yeah, this Thursday, taking the day off of work, going to peruse the government website.
Are you really?
No.
No,
that'd be...
I will wait to see what other people write about it.
Turns out ABC News probably going to have a nice write-up on it.
Yeah, most likely. All right, that's the end of my my fast five. Oh, no, did it die?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we still got 2%
make it quick.
left. 2%. Oh, hopefully it gets all the way through.
Fast five. Zoom, zoom, zoom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WWE tables, ladders, and chairs.
No, they're still doing them, huh?
Oh, come on. Big pay-per-view.
Still
Big
doing
pay-per-view.
them. Oh, I just realized we forgot to get to something on the list here. How I interviewed one of your heroes.
Yeah, again, bump it. Got a big week next week.
Get to it next week.
Frederica Wilson.
Oh, boy.
We already talked about it. You're probably forgetting the name.
Oh, okay.
Congresswoman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she was the one that was in the car.
Yep.
Yeah, it's...
Dirty? But the ends justify the means?
I don't know, because all it's done is create the textbook Trump distraction.
Yep. The JFK files.
Oh, boy. I'm like I just said.
Should we have a mini-sode? Do we need to have a mini-sode like Thursday or Friday when they have the write-up of this done? We obviously need to give our thoughts.
We got bowling on Thursday though.
Oh, let's do it at bowling.
Do it. All right. Yes. Look for that very mini-sode.
Look for the bowling mini-sode where every 3 minutes Steve or I have to leave to go bowl.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. Part of you wants there to be this massive cover-up that finally gets revealed. But I feel like if there was anything that was super top secret that they didn't want known, it just wouldn't be known.
Right. The World Series.
Go Dodgers or
you
Astros.
Would. Okay, no. It's not go. Come on.
I mean, go Stros.
Thank
Go Stros. Yeah, I do not have a rooting interest.
You don't watch it for the event of it?
I probably will. I'm sure now that I got the old rabbit ears up on the roof, I can pick up the game. What's it on? Like ABC?
It'll probably be on Fox.
Do I get Fox?
The local, you should.
Oh yeah, that one comes in a little fuzzy though. I might have to.
It comes.
Might have to hit the rotor and shift it. I might have to find out where their tower is.
It's truly baffling. You need to hook it up to a TV that you have to stand up and move the knob from VHF to UHF to make this complete.
Yeah, World Series, sure, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And lastly, Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, what did he do now?
Oh, you didn't see this or hear this? Okay, well, that is the last on the Fast Five, so we can discuss it. Marshawn Lynch, obviously a precarious, that's not the word. You know what I'm thinking of, though, where he's an odd duck.
Yeah, he's
the running back for the Oakland Raiders, formerly of the Seattle Seahawks, formerly of the Buffalo Bills. He is he's a weird dude.
Yeah.
And he
has a sponsorship with Skittles.
Yeah, because he just loves his Skittles.
Yeah.
He's not very politically correct at all.
Nope.
He's the guy who made famous locker room interview 2 or 3 years ago afterwards. I'm just here to not get fined. But this week, so he's with the Raiders. He came out of retirement after 1 year to be running back for the Oakland Raiders because he loves
in his
Oakland. Hometown. Loves Oakland.
Yeah.
This past week, they played Thursday Night Football, Steve, against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
There was the Oakland Raiders offense was on the field, but Marshawn Lynch was not on the field. And there was a questionable hit on the Oakland Raiders quarterback, Derek Carr. He was already going to the ground on a sack. Marcus Peters from the Kansas City Chiefs came in late, hit him in the back, and finished the tackle. There was a big fracas. The offensive line started scuffling. Out of nowhere off the bench, Marshawn Lynch comes flying onto the screen to get into the fray. And when he starts to get pulled away, two-hand pushes a referee in the chest. Obviously immediately thrown out because you do not touch a referee. Now, the reports are after this, he went to the locker room, put on his street clothes, and sat in the stands and watched the rest of the game. And then took the train home and started chanting with fans, F the Chiefs.
Wow. This guy's like a myth.
It's
a
crazy.
legend.
Came out, I think, yesterday. He has now been suspended for 1 game for the official pushing, which that's They don't tell you much. I mean, obviously the NFL is weird with their rules, but the biggest no-no on the planet is do not touch the referee. And for the most part, unless they're like trying to get you off a pile, a referee's not going to walk up to you and chest bump you, right? So yeah, Marshawn Lynch, just the never-ending tour of he's crazy.
I cannot believe that he watched the game in the stands and then took the train
home. Started chanting F the Chiefs. It's crazy.
That guy's awesome.
Before that, the World Series, we talked about it with the hashtag GoStros. The LA Dodgers, the Houston Astros kicks off game 1 Tuesday tonight if you're listening day of. Big series, the two, for all intents and purposes, the two best teams. Now, a lot of times you have upsets, but Houston was the best team in the American League for most of the year outside of the Cleveland Indians. The Dodgers, 100-and-something wins in the National League. Both fantastic. So you don't get it very often where the two legitimate best teams seem to be in.
Yeah, it's it seemed like for a little while people were saying that it looked like there was going to be a repeat of last year's series.
And but obviously the Cubs got just beat up. They looked really bad. Yeah. So I'll tune in. I'll tune into some of that, especially like a deciding game. I always like watching the celebration, especially for a team like Houston who lost a bunch of games, or a team like LA who hasn't won since Kirk Gibson, 80 whatever that was. Previously, the JFK files. Talked about them at length.
Minisode, not gonna happen.
Bowling minisode. We'll cut that thing together. Should we pencil in a half hour on next week's podcast, or should we do our regular?
It depends on what is. I mean, if everyone's just
everything's normal,
there's literally somebody knew something.
Right.
But
hear me out on this, because I think a portion, I don't know how big, but a portion of the people who listen to this probably wouldn't want to hear it. So what do you say we do for the first time ever a brisk 90 regular, and then we stop, we hit record again, we do the JFK file minisode, we release it separately.
So you can download it if you want?
So you can download it if you want, but if you don't care, you don't have to. You don't have to worry about fast forward.
So
for it.
brisk 90.
It has to be a brisk 90.
Boy. It's know tough. How difficult that is.
Well, but if we plan it out and we say, hey, it's an hour, 5 minutes, fast 5 or whatever, we got to get done so we can record this. And then we do a half hour on the JFK files. I think that's the way to do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. It all depends on what information comes out.
Yep. Before that, Frederica Wilson, the congresswoman from Louisiana.
Yeah, Democratic congresswoman.
Was the one who overheard the conversation with the Gold Star family, the widow, and Donald Trump. We talked about her. Talked about that whole thing a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a couple schools of thought. Now, obviously, she she directly reported this information.
Yeah.
That what she overheard. So people say, oh, look what I can't believe Donald Trump did that. The other school of thought is, one, she shouldn't have been there, been in on that conversation, and two, it's not her place to discuss that conversation with the public and the media. Where do you fall?
Kind of both.
It's a bit scummy.
Yeah, now, unless it was just a strange coincidence that
they were riding somewhere,
happened to be there. That seems like something that should have been a private conversation, should have remained a private conversation. So that, and I don't know, unless I hear it, we don't know the context of it. And trust me, the last thing in the world I want to do is defend the president.
Right.
But
in this case, there should probably be some leeway. Now, he's obviously had instances where when he talks, he says dumb things. It happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
But in this case, I don't know, without knowing the full conversation and without the widow actually coming out and saying this is the entire conversation, how it went, it's probably better to not totally say, can you believe this a-hole did that?
And honestly, let's talk about something that's important because, and look, trust me, this is a very important thing. Obviously, these people's lives are affected forever. They lost a loved one. They lost somebody who's serving in the military, and I'm eternally grateful for that sacrifice that somebody made. But so even if there was audio of this conversation and you heard him say in a smug voice, "Yeah, well, he knew what he signed up for," right? We're still in the exact same spot we're in. Because it's not like he's breaking a law, but Okay, so wow, we've proved that the president is an insensitive dick.
Instance number 1086.
What do we do now?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's not going to get him impeached. It's not going to get him in trouble with anyone.
It's just another
people
form of
that like
outrage.
him are going to like him even more because he says what he feels and he tell it like it is.
Yeah.
People that don't like him are going to continue to not like him.
Yep.
And here we are.
The divide is greater than ever.
A week has gone by now, and we've been debating this
back and forth.
Yeah,
and he's still tweeting about it, which the cycle keeps going. And first, I can't believe you haven't heard the big news. I should have sent some audio your way to prepare you for this. WWE tables, ladders, and chairs.
TLC match.
TLC
I believe they
is
used
the
to call it.
pay-per-view. Yeah, so it's the whole pay-per-view. So there's a couple
Wow,
of those.
so because that used to be like they do it once every 6 months. They'd have a TLC
Yeah, so they
match.
do one pay-per-view a year. TLC. Let me pull this up now because this is probably around the era you were familiar with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So the big news came down the other day. Now there's apparently a viral meningitis or viral infection issue going on in the WWE locker room.
Well, that's no good.
To the point where it came out Friday that the main event has to be changed because 3 competitors cannot be at this pay-per-view. One is in the main event, and the other is in a really big match, so they have to fill in these holes. So they needed a replacement, Steve, for the main event. Now tell me if this doesn't bring you right back to when you were a wrestling fan.
Oh, please be Mick Foley.
Oh, God. I don't think they could allow him to compete in a TLC match. His brain feels like if he accidentally hits it on the corner of a cupboard, he's
done.
gonna. That's it.
Yeah.
But no, it is the long-awaited return, Steve. Kurt Angle.
Oh, of course.
The American Olympian.
Wait, I thought he went to what was the other? Didn't he leave WWE? And
yeah, he was gone for years. Wrestled in another wrestling organization, but came back a year ago. He's in his 40s, so he's an Olympian who's won a gold medal with a broken neck in the Olympics in the 90s, but had some pill issues, drug issues. But yeah, he's been on an on-screen role, but not wrestling. But they needed a big name, so they announced Friday that Kurt Angle's returning to the ring. Now, this guy who's almost 50 with a bad neck, all this, is returning in a match with tables, ladders, and chairs.
How do they explain that do they work that into a storyline somehow?
No, you can't, because it was after TV was done for this week, and it came out like Thursday or Friday that the main event, or that these competitors are now changing. So they just announced it on social media, and then have the match on Sunday.
So you're going to watch this match?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait tonight. That's huge.
Huh.
This is a guy that
who's he wrestling against?
So he's with. So it's initially there's a faction in wrestling before I even came back. It was called the Shield, and it's got 3 big time wrestlers who they'd fight against the man, and they'd fight. They were called the Hounds of Justice, and they'd randomly the lights would go off. They'd come in through the crowd, and they'd circle the ring and beat you down.
Okay.
Well, they broke them up. Well, now this was supposed to be their very first match back. These 3 guys, but now and it was a huge reunion, a lot of attention paid to it. So one of the guys got meningitis and is now out.
Bummer.
So it's 2 of the members of the Shield and Kurt Angle versus 5 guys.
So basically,
and one is bigger than the Big Show. Now you've seen the Big Show.
Yeah.
One is
I've seen the Big Show in person.
Yeah, and so this guy
he had to duck to fit through the doorway.
That's stupid. This guy is as big or bigger. He's like 6'10". 375 is one of the guys.
Well, the Big Show was always billed at 7'2", 500.
7 foot tall, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's him. There's the return of Kane this past week. Glenn Jacobs running for mayor
in Knox County, Tennessee.
He was a huge surprise return Monday. Came up from underneath the ring like he used to.
Didn't know he still wrestled.
He hasn't been on in about a year because he's decided to transition. So he's on the team. So you have 2 massive guys. And then a couple other, the Miz from the Real World is wrestling.
Oh, boy. It's exciting.
5 versus
tonight.
3 tonight.
What time's that air?
That main event will be at about 10:45.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, maybe I'll swing by. But why don't they do these at like 6 o'clock?
Well, if the match is good, because I could easily, I have the network or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I could easily get you the video of that tomorrow. catch up on all the WWE news.
Mm-hmm.
5-on-3 Kurt Angle. Woo! No, I can't wait. I really can't. I'm legitimately, most of the time I watch these wrestling pay-per-views, I go, yeah, another one.
Yeah.
Another one this month.
But this one's exciting.
I'm legit. I'm very excited to see him in the ring. The big talk, though, is that they might do something like backstage so he can't compete. You know,
oh, no.
He gets beat down so he can't compete because they know he's an old man.
Well, that sounds exciting.
I hope they don't do it. Oh, man. It's like my childhood. It's all Demon.
Yeah.
The Kane is back.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle. It's like I'm 14 all over again. Not having a girlfriend. Watching my videotape Monday Night Raw on Tuesday afternoons.
Boy, I'm excited for you, man. I'm very excited for you.
I'm going to need 2 minisodes. The JFK Files minisode.
Yeah.
WWE TLC minisode.
Yeah.
That's next Sunday. We're only going to be able to do an hour regular podcast.
All right. Look for a brisk 30 next week.
Brisk 30 next week. 2 minisodes dropped afterwards.
All right. Well, we got a lot to live up to. Of course, we'll do none of it like we always do. We plan.
What are you talking about? We're killing it.
All right. So we'll talk to you next week. Possibly 1 episode, possibly 3 episodes. In the meantime, you can download, subscribe, and review the show in iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, and Libsyn. It's StephenKyle.Libsyn, LIBSYN.com, Facebook.com/StephenKyle, on Twitter @SteveandKyle, and also on
Kyle's Snapchat.
Steve and Kyle Pod. I meant to send you a text the other day to ask you for the password. I was going to log into it, but I couldn't remember the password, so I didn't do that.
Done deal.
I was doing something out in the garage, and I was like, oh, this would be a perfect opportunity to tweet, or to snap that I was putting in the old work. But then
you could have put it on the Twitter at least.
Could have done that, but yeah, didn't do that. Didn't do that at all. Sorry. All right, talk to you next week. Have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good week.
Time.
Have a good day.
Oh man!
Have a good.
Listen, you're excited. I'm excited. Everybody listening's excited. They're waiting for this to get over so they can go read the JFK files.
Have a good series of days between now and next week.
#Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do it.
When amazing is your standard, you craft experiences that feel personal.
Hey, Lexus, turn on the seat warmers. Okay, Lexus, turn up the volume. Hey, Lexus, set the ambient lighting to blue.
Of course, what's more personal than an invitation? It's the invitation to Lexus sales event, because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel. Get offers on select vehicles. Ends March 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Service subject to change. Requires a cellular network connection and other factors. Data charges may apply.
Shop Meijer this week and enjoy low prices on family favorites like red seedless grapes for only $1.99 a pound. Select General Mills cereals like Lucky Charms and Honey Nut Cheerios are now 2 for $4. And St. Patrick's Day apparel and accessories are 40% off. Plus, we've made our weekly ad a whole lot easier to shop. Try it today. Just click an item and add it to your cart. It's that simple. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day and saving a little green while you're at it. That's the good life, a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.